having internet issues. Loverly. Let me know what the audio sounds like. Actually, hold on, I'll figure it out. Can you hear me? I'll figure it out. Can you hear me? Yeah, you can hear me, alright. Chanson, children, what's up? Like I said, just not in a good mood today. Wow, that's a yellow light. It's a little quiet on the voice side, but not bad. I'm not talking very loud either. Hold on. There you go. Oh, shit, wrong way. What's wrong? Just in a bad mood. Still dealing with dipshit through emails and stuff. Decided to just refund all his money so I didn't have to fucking deal with him. Also, don't know what I want to keep doing. A little bored. I don't have time to go to the range because I'm working on the store. Still waiting for the store to get up and running. So, just kind of being me, being here, doing things. But yeah. Got your Land Cruiser airborne, backseat passenger. Should have wore the seatbelt. Didn't lose it though. What the hell were you doing that you got airborne? I mean, I know you're in California, and most people are trying to get out of California, and that's why we do that. But you aren't Snake Plissken. I think you're all right. Also, the suppressor's in a weird spot, so it's kind of hard to see. Hey, Dale, what's going on? You having a good one? But yeah, I also moved everything, so that's way over there in the corner now, so I have a lot more room so I can do things like sit here and show off things. Also, you can't even see the frickin' the plaque, can you? Let me see what happens if I turn this. Does that help any? That doesn't help. Or does it? Actually, it does. Puts everything, so now you can see that it's a plaque anyway. Gotta figure out the lighting in here. Way too harsh. It's either too dark or too light. Do I recommend against using wolf ammo, steel case ammo? No, I don't recommend against it. Obviously, you can't reload. Well, I don't think you should reload steel cased ammo, but you can run it. It's gonna be another one of those days where everybody else talks to each other. I'm good for it though. Like I said, I was thinking about having a live stream where I didn't say a single word and just stared at you people. Planning on transferring the background lights for the gun. What do you mean, the LEDs that were up on the wall? Not sure. So for some reason, my goddamn white balance is trying to adjust itself when I have it set to not adjust, yet it's still trying to adjust because, you know, why would it work the way I want it to? I don't know. I might do something different. I might do some track lighting above me, LED track lighting, in order to bring light in here. So we'll see what happens. I still got to get all this sorted out. Don't let the naysayers. Oh, it's not naysayers getting me down. I just don't feel good. I think I'm getting sick, and when I get sick, I hate everything. Reload steel case, but it's definitely not recommended. It's really hard on the reloading die. There you go. I don't reload, so when it comes to reloading, it ain't the joting. So, anyways, update on the nutsack thing. So, for those of you that don't know, Nabob is, you know, he's basically a pile of crap. But, yeah, so he keeps on emailing me. I just sent him his fucking money back. He's not worth the headache. He's trying to claim that he He did everything. He told me I should get the pocket. I'm like, shut the fuck up. Literally said that in the memo to him. I'm like, shut the fuck up. So he put me in a bad mood this morning because he likes to email me at 1 o'clock in the morning. I'm done acknowledging him though. 100% done acknowledging him. So he can suck a dick. Just cruising, but on a little plateau. There was a double deep dips. First one set me up. Second one was airplanes. Yay. And I do have to do something about the sound in here. I think I'm going to put some noise cancellation stuff. For those of you that don't know, whenever you see some guy put a bunch of sound deadening behind them, that literally does nothing. It needs to be on that side, facing you, because your voice is going this way, not that way. Boom, 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 boom. I don't give a shit who's president, dude. They're all terrible choices. Every single one of them is a horrible choice. And we're all going to pay the consequence for them. Thanks, Roy. I can't find a chocolate lab, so thanks for rubbing it in. Really appreciate that. Damn, political trolls are still out there? Yeah. So, that's just the way it is. Do you love God? Not since Father McCreepyfinger got a hold of me. Honestly, I remember the day, but yeah, it honestly better to just give him the money back and continue on. No, it just, he's one of those people that it's not worth the headache. And yeah, if I showed you the email chain between me and him, where he's literally fucking goobery. Sorry, I'm not going to cuss anymore this stream, other than the S word, because you can say that on network television. So, talking about politics, we don't do that here. I don't care. I have a lot of subscribers, but it should not matter to you who I voted for. What all it should matter to you is what your values are and what you think you should vote for whomever you felt was the right person for you. Don't get mad, CW. Doesn't, like I said, it doesn't matter who I did. Shopmen? What? I don't get the reference. But yeah. I am digging your pew-pews. Thank you, sir. The pew-pews like you as well. Trying to see. The biggest problem I got is keeping light consistent. Looking at, yeah, that we're all right. Actually, that's a little better because it gets it out of the way of the whole thing. That's a little better. Paul, what's up? Britt is digging the guns back there. Thank you, Britt. Appreciate it. I was just told Hershey's, Pennsylvania has a huge chocolate laboratory. Ha 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 ha. Was I in the military? No, I was not. I was not able to serve. I'm disabled. Air Max, what's up? Here's what I want everybody to do. So people start just typing in shit like that. I want you guys to just leave it. My mods, if they start spamming shit, then get rid of it. But the rest of it, just ignore it. Don't tell people no religion, no politics. It doesn't fucking matter. They're not going to listen anyways. And I also said I wouldn't cuss, and I just lied. The CZ is now center Hollywood Square. Yeah, because I put a couple of other CZs up there, so now there's 4 of them in a row, and then plus that one, although technically I could put that one down there. Is the one at top left a 9mm? Yeah, it's a Springfield Echelon, which is actually going away because I shot it again, and I really don't care for it. It's actually kind of not one of my favies right now, so probably going to get rid of the Echelon. I'm going to keep the frame, put the original frame back on, and then probably sell the Echelon because that's easily replaceable. Might sell the PO1, might sell the HK, And then I might sell a couple others. It's the one on the bottom. If you're referring to the rifle is a custom build AR. But yeah, how's everybody else doing? Like I said, I'm not in the greatest mood, but I'm here for you guys. I'm trying to build the channel. I'm trying to build the store. So there's a chance you might get another one. Like I said, I've still got to get all my guns back and the other ones I committed to buying. So yeah. In my opinion, how has the tech in the 9mm industry been coming along? Any new builds or sites or well, the 9mm industry, that doesn't really make a lot of sense to me, my friend. 9mm is just a caliber of ammunition. So to ask me what in the business is happening, nothing really. And then when you're talking about lasers and stuff, that's gun technology. That's not really 9mm related. Yeah. What's your opinion on the HK VP9 Optics Ready? I was thinking about getting the Optics Ready slide because you get the long slide with the optics cut on it, not just the tactical. But I wound up getting the HK parts compensator for mine, which makes it a much larger gun. So I like it like that one. Got a bunch of fruit and stuff to make pies, but it's too hot to start baking. Doesn't feel right. Oh, that's kind of the fun part of it. The little one at the bottom is a Jennings J22 chambered in 22 long rifle. Saw the wall behind you and got a chub. Nice. Got any toy guns? I have some BB guns as well as airsoft guns. So airsoft shoots a plastic BB. BB guns shoot a steel pellet or a steel BB. No gel blasters? No, I don't really get into gel blasters. Gel blasters are more for shooting each other. I prefer replicas and guns that actually, shoot real ammunition. Great info on tolerances and how it works with Glocks makes sense with the big gaps. Yeah, thank you, Ocho Cinco. I appreciate that. That means you saw the video on the SD. Thank you. I got one of those. I rabbit hunt with it. Nice. I have a fully automatic BB gun. Those are fun. I agree. Who the hell you calling Brody? You calling me Brody? You know, there's a member here that's named Brody. So when you call me, if you're calling me bro, that throws me off. Sorry. A lot of things, like I said, getting the business up and running takes a lot of time, effort, and energy. And like I said, I think I'm getting sick because I worked a little bit this morning, did a few things, moved around stuff in the gun room in here, and then I went and laid down for like an hour, and I woke up and puked. So let's just say I'm not having a great afternoon. She doesn't want to dry firing her real one. What brands do you say you like? Umarex, if you're looking for a replica air gun, Umarex is like number one. KWC, it all depends on which gun that you're trying to clone out. I actually live in Renton. Nobody knows unless you're from here. You look a little yellow. You might be getting sick. It's because there's a yellow LED on me. Would you agree the HK P30 9mm is the best carry gun ever? No, I agree that you can have your own opinion to it, but I carry a 1911. Not sure if it's been discussed before, but do you know anything about the Ermox Defense X Fire? It's all metal and optics ready for under $300. Yeah, it's optics ready and metal for $300, but it's got high point quality in my opinion. Hello, Farah. Is Alchemy Guns owned by Cabot? Alchemy and Cabot are under the same umbrella, but I'm not sure which company owns which, but I've heard they're just not that good. Went to the gun store after your advice. They told me to not buy anything yet. Why would they tell you not to buy anything? What's up, DB? What optic is on that AR behind you? Primary arms Cyclops. Yeah, basically very. What do you think about a Glock P90? Cabot owns Alchemy? Okay. Thank you, DB. Like I said, I don't like either one of their quality. They're not actually custom gun builders. They just have they're you know what Cabot and Alchemy are? Cabot and Alchemy are the Orange County choppers of the gun world. They take a theme and build a gun around it, but they don't actually have really good quality. A Wilson Combat will outshoot a Cabot any day of the week, but a Cabot is like 2 to 2.5 times more money on average. So, so can you explain that video where Stone nearly got tagged by that shotgun he fired? That was just a double barrel 12 gauge with slugs. No, buckshot. They were shooting double aught buck, and it's a double trigger shotgun, and he pulled both triggers at once. Cabot is upper shelf. Alchemy is the minor brand. Either one, they're both not that good. The Glock Nighthawk Custom is much better. Ha ha ha. They said I should try out the guns before I buy one. I mean, that's not the worst advice in the world. If you have the ability to rent some guns, I definitely suggest that one. Hope you recover from whatever disease you have. It's called, actually, I don't have a good comeback to that. Thank you. I hope I do too. I think Cabot made the 1911 with the meteorite grips. They made the gun that's actually made out of meteorite material, and it's only worth $800K because somebody paid that for it. I'm partial to Kimber. Your thoughts? I like Kimber, but not everybody's the same way. Circumference of a circle is pi r squared. It's like trying out the hooker first. Hey, if I don't have to pay for it. What's the Dragon's Breath shotgun shield I saw today for the first time? What is it for? I don't know what that is. Was in New Mexico. Please put your eyes back into the right place. Okay, I'm calling the cops. Okay. If I were a type of fridge, what kind of fridge would I be? An empty one. Cabot is what people with too much money buy to say they have one. Again, not impressed. No. Hey, Jenkins, what's up? Roy, you're usually protected by Gunbroker, but yeah, you do have to worry about that because guns are a weird thing because they have to be FFL transferred. But here's the thing. If you buy a gun online and it's transferred into you, you have the right to look at the gun before you accept it, and you don't have to accept the firearm. You don't have to take the firearm. You can have the firearm sent back and either charge back the money or file a return against the person that sold you the gun. Because until you do the paperwork, that gun has not been put into your name. The Walther CCP, ever heard of it? Yeah, I did. That used to be a cheaper one. It's not one I recommend. They're okay, but they're not the greatest ever. Always look it over before filling out the 4473. 100%, dude. Yeah, so when you get a gun shipped into an FFL, the FFL doesn't give a crap what the gun is. Their job is to put it into your name. They don't care. So when you order a gun in, especially a used firearm, first thing you do is you make sure that it came with everything the listing said it was supposed to come with, make sure that it's in the condition it said it was supposed to be in, and do a minor function check. Obviously, you can't load it and shoot it, but make sure that it's everything that you were told in the listing before you start doing paperwork, because literally you are not required to accept a firearm. Hey, Victoria, what's going on? CZ75s for the win. Yep. Worst thing would be a 20% restocking fee. And again, if there's a problem with the gun, you shouldn't be responsible for a restocking fee. So the only reason to get charged a restocking fee is if you ordered the wrong gun yourself. Does the store still get the transfer fee if you decide not to buy it? No, they don't charge you anything because you're not doing the paperwork. You literally are sending it back. If you don't accept it, it's not your gun. What's your best recommendation for home defense? Shotgun, handgun, or machine gun? Well, machine gun if you can get one, but shotgun would be 12 gauge with varying different loads, buckshot, birdshot, slug. Vary it up, have fun. I would avoid that one at all costs. No way calling a revolver Yeah, I'm not even reading parts of what you guys are talking about, so I don't care. You saw the video of the dude with Glock and he presses trigger to put safety on, doesn't rack slide after pressing trigger. Is that even C? Not 100% sure which video that is, man. If you can find it, you can put a link in here. I have links enabled. 4473 are those the federal form? That is correct. So depending on where you live, you may or may not have to do the state background, but everybody does a 4473. Have you ever made a pleasure toy? Sure have. Dun, dun, dun. Well, if you guys are dipping in and out, there's a lot of you. Somebody hit the like button. Show your love for the like button. Even if you don't like me, hit the like button. I need the interaction. I need the you guys want to make me feel better, hit the goddamn like button. That way, thank you. Whoever took theirs away. It shows Google that I deserve to get their money. And it renders the gun inoperable until it's re-racked. Does a 20 gauge have good ballistics? Ballistics is kind of a misnomer thing. It depends on what you're shooting out of it. If you're shooting a 20 gauge slug, yeah. But it's going to obviously have less power than a buckshot or a birdshot from a 12 gauge. I'm not selling you a gun, Seth. What's the best website to buy ammo? Ammo Seek, a few different places. Someone took away their like, yeah, because that's just the way today is. And I'm fine with it. I dislike everything today. How is Virginia compared to other states related to gun laws? We have a few weird ass gun laws that I don't think should have passed, but they did. We have red flag laws here. There are no private sales. You have to go to an FFL to do a transfer if you want to do a private party sale, which sucks, but we do have that here. If you don't have a CCW, you can only buy one handgun per month, but you can go in and buy as many long guns as you want every month. Are Smith & Wesson Easy Shields okay? Yes. So they are a little bit different from the standard shields in that they are hammer fired. So that's why they're easier to rack and stuff. But they're pretty quality. Is that an AR behind you? Yeah, that's a custom build AR. I moved it down a little bit lower because I added another row of handguns. You keeping an eye out for them monkeys? They could have made it to you by now. I don't know what you're talking about, bud. Did you send me something? Just want to ask, should I pick a CZ9 or a CZ10? P09 and P10 are two different guns, man. I prefer the 09 because it's hammer fired, but the P10 is a very good gun. Yes, it's really a real gun. Can you... Thoughts on Stealth Arms Platypus? Their platform is really cool. I'd like to get my hands on one to play with it. After I get my FFL license and my gun sales license, I'll reach out to them because I know they do discount if you are a distributor for them or a account holder with them. So maybe I'll get one after that one. The small gun is a Jennings J22. It's just a little 22 caliber. It just looks funny up there. Its nickname is Big Dick McDick Dick. I have a lot of 20 gauge ammo, but nothing that shoots it. Are they as common as 12 gauge guns? Oh yeah, 20 gauges are all over the place because 20 gauges, number one, they're easier to shoot. They're also recommended for people that are a little bit more recoil sensitive, but also children, young adults, people like that. You'll notice that 20 gauges tend to be shorter and come more in youth models than in full size, but 20 gauge is perfectly serviceable. Glock 19 Gen 5 good for accuracy. The accuracy of a Glock will be better than probably you as a shooter. So yeah, the gun itself will be accurate. The most important part to gun accuracy is you, the shooter. Looks like you're coming down. From what? You armies use AK-47, not the U.S. Army. DASA or single action only. I'm assuming SAO because of 1911. Yeah, single action only is my preference. Whenever I have something that's double action and single action, such as the P01 or the SP01, I prefer them to start in single action. Well, switches are illegal here in the States, so I don't have an opinion on them. The only pistol I have is a Charles Daly 1911 and 45. Well, dude, run with what you got. You can afford a legal one. You would not worry about it. Yep. Not being rude. I'm not answering that. Do I sell guns? Not to people on YouTube. I see the Glock. Yeah, there is no Glock up there. Your personal EDC right now. My personal EDC right now is a Springfield Operator 1911. If you were involved in a justified shooting and use a registered firearm with legal suppressor, do you think the silencer would be a problem? If you're walking around with the suppressor on your personal defense weapon, you could have an issue. But if it was like on a hunting rifle that you were just coming back from a shoot and you unfortunately got into a firefight with it, so it's all mitigating circumstances. Hey Hunter, what's up? Are you a cop? No, I am not. Can you remind me what optic is for the M18? The footprint from the factory is either for the SIG Romeos or for the Delta Point Pro. So SIG Romeo 1 is the one that was designed to run on the gun, but that footprint is the Delta Point Pro from Leupold. I've never played Hunter. You own a gun business. I'm working on it. Is a 22 mag twice as powerful as a 22? It's more than twice as powerful. Am I FBI? Okay. I love all you people coming in and just typing weird stuff. DB, it's not hurting anything, man. You can leave that shit. Are you sponsored by any company? I was sponsored by Blacksmith Safes, but they're not reaching out to me right now because their new lineup doesn't come out, and I won't give them the same price I used to because they decided to play the game of negotiation. Play the game of negotiation with me, and you lose. So I have a Romeo 1. It'll fit with the OG screws. Yeah, well, you got to double check because the screws that go up underneath will not work with your optic. Your optic should have came with screws, but the Romeo 1 should bolt right to the gun. What do you like in handguns? Single action only, hammer fire, metal guns. Bought a 365 TAC Ops, really enjoying it. Nice, Trevin. Spoke with somebody dealing with an arrest involving a cam while trying to be in an auditor type shit. He's all fucked up and has spent tons of money on law. So, again, it depends on what your use case is, what the scenario is. No, 22 Magnum requires its own guns. Thoughts on LWRC? I don't own one, but I heard they're decent stuff. Sorry, somebody must be talking about me. This new hire came to a company Chili's competition drunk as frick. He had the lull to give a speech about his chili to 200 employees and the owner of Lamau. It was wild. Nice. What is your favorite gun? 1911s. Is a Tomcat Beretta okay? Yes. Bless me. Thank you. Or it's cocaine. I'd be eating my boogers if it was cocaine. Wait a minute. Did I take pills when I first started the live? I think I did. I took my evening meds without thinking about it. Oh well. Red drink. 1911s are overrated and jam a lot. Buy better guns, because none of mine do. Or be a better gun owner. What are your thoughts on the CZTS Orange and Shadow 2? I've owned them both. I like them. They're all quality, and you should definitely get a bunch. Glock versus Sig Sauer. I would rather take a rusty metal pole over a Glock. What's your favorite 1911 chambered in 10 millimeter? I don't really care for 10 millimeter, but if I had to, it'd probably be the Colt Delta Elite. I did not see you take your meds, and I must have done it before I started the live. I must not have been paying attention. They were sitting on the desk, and they're not here now, so unless a mouse ate my shit. Don't think I saw them taken. Oh, well. Second thing, I absolutely hate Kimber recoil springs. Why Kimber? What is going on with you people today? I mean, I like it. You guys are weird. But do you actually expect me to answer some of these questions? Yeah, this light is annoying the fuck out of me. We'll do that to it. There you go. That puts me in a little bit more shade. Have you shot the steel frame CZP-01? Well, yeah. The steel frame P-01 is just a CZ-75. The P-01 is an aluminum frame. Unless they made a limited run of them, which I've never seen. New to the channel, can you explain more about this channel for the future you see for it? It's just a firearms thing, man. We do a little bit of fun stuff when we do these lives. It's just Q&A stuff where we just shoot the shite. The long form stuff is where I'll take a brand new gun like the Springfield Echelon or whatever the new guns are, and I'll show them on the couch. I'll take them apart, show you how to field strip them, show you if there's anything weird about the reassembly, disassemblies, things like that. Walter PDP any good? Yeah, PDP is a nice one. Have they made owning FRT triggers completely illegal yet? No, in fact, FRT won their lawsuit. FRT triggers are legal again. I ain't been drunk in over a month. Good for you. Can you recall a time when your EDC proved to be a lifesaver or a major convenience? Not really. I haven't had to use my EDC in public. If you get tired of talking, you can do a live stream building another PC. Hey, that's cool. We both have a K-12 sport. Awesome. Yeah, I don't know. I might because I've got a Thermaltake X71 case, which is over 3 feet tall, that I've been thinking about building a computer in. Thoughts on single action revolvers? If you're talking to like a Colt single action army where it's got the side gate and stuff, I'm not really a fan of those. I like double action, single action stuff. Have I ever used a dead air suppressor? I've used a Sandman on a buddy's gun. They seem to run pretty good. You're learning all this good stuff. Well, good, Liz. Can revolvers jam? Revolvers can have issues. They can have timing issues. They can have cylinder jam issues. Some Tauruses are notorious for if you short stroke the trigger, which means if you don't let it out all the way, you can actually jam it up a little bit. Do I like the pistol grip safety on a 1911? It's a non-issue to me. My first gun was a 1911, so I was always just used to using the grip safety on my 1911. So it's completely fine. It doesn't bother me at all. And if you have a proper grip on any gun, even especially a 1911, they'll always function. Liz says thank you, and I say you're welcome. Hey Jay, what's going on? I've tried dead air, so nothing else to compare to. What type of firearm do you get consistently accurate groupings with? Steel frame, hammer fired, single action guns, for the most part. What do I think about Luger? I don't have much experience with Lugers. Lugers are cool, but they're older tech and they're expensive, and I'd rather blow my money on other guns. You're a Canik guy. Canik is an excellent choice. In your experience, how has carrying an EDC impacted your sense of preparedness and peace of mind? I started carrying an EDC because I started working at a gun store. So working at a gun store, I needed to carry something, and then I just got used to it. Would I say it makes me feel any safer? I really don't think about it, and I don't put myself into situations where then it becomes necessary to have to draw that firearm. It is nice to know that I have something available to me, but it's not something that I actively think about. Is it still a 1911 if the grip if it's removed and fixed? Yeah, it's still a 1911 even if the grip safety is pinned, like Kimber's KDS-9C, the Wilson Combat EDC-9 or EDXC-9. Those all have pinned grip safeties. 100% fine, as long as it still has the linear single action trigger. Spent my money on guns and hookers, the rest I just wasted. Nice. My favorites are always 1911s. Have you played Call of Duty? Nope. What's your thoughts on the Bull Armory Government 1911? Bull Armory makes some decent stuff. They're based out of Israel, which is one of the reasons why Desert Eagle actually uses Bull Manufacturing as their 1911s for the. If you buy a Desert Eagle 1911 GI, that's a Bull Armory gun. They make really good guns. What's wrong with Glocks? Glocks are boring. Glocks don't do anything. They do everything, but they don't do anything well. And if you ever talk to somebody who wants to make a Glock a competition style gun, there's nothing that you can do stock with a Glock that it does exceptionally well, other than run junk ammo because of the super bad tolerances that it has. So a Glock is an unassuming, unflavored hummus of a gun. You can make it better, but you're going to wind up spending $1,000 to make a $400 gun run like a $600 gun. So Wilson Combat Tactical, super great. I want it, but it's so expensive. Yeah, I bet. Good beginner lever action. Anything from Rossi, if you want a beginner level action. Lever action, like Rossi's R92s, R94s, they're all hundreds less than the Henrys. And they're pretty solid for first guns. They're not going to be as quality as like a full-on 45-70 Marlin or anything like that. You had a Kimber 1911 that fired smooth at the range. They're supposed to, so that's good. Glad to hear it. Glocks are the shovels of handguns and overpriced. They're definitely overpriced, and shovels are actually more useful than a Glock. And that comes from a guy that has a Glock tattoo. How many pounds on your trigger, big guy? My carry gun is a Springfield operator with an upgraded trigger. Yeah, I know you really shouldn't do that on that, but it's a 1911, so I don't give a shit. But I've got a 3.9 ounce or 3 pound 9 ounce trigger on my daily carry. Would you ever want a Chinese-made pistol? I've had a few. I've had Norinco 1911s. I've had Norinco SKSs. Some of them, like the Norinco stuff, is built out of steel that's used for railroad ties, so some of it's actually really damn quality stuff. So 100%. You also have a water gun. No water guns, but I do have BB guns. Do I sell snipers? Sniper is a position, not a gun. How about a Firearms FX9 RP GB Guns did a positive review. Not a Glock clone, but it's polymer striker fired. Oh, I mean, I'm not a fan of anything that uses the Glock design. And, you know, you say it's not a Glock clone, but I'd have to take a look at the video on it. I'm not a fan of striker fired guns. I think 90% of them outside of the Walther and the Canik have terrible triggers. Any Korean handguns? I did have a Lionheart LH9C for a little while, but I don't have that anymore. You have steel railroad ties there. Ours are all wooden. I meant railroads. I meant the track, sorry. How do you think the combination of form and function and Terran Tactical Glock appeals to firearm enthusiasts? So Terran Tactical stuff and the fact that you're talking about the Glock Combat Master kind of bring together two things I don't like. I don't like Terran Tactical and I don't like Glocks, so I don't really have an opinion. You have a rocket. I wish I did. Does Austria make any other guns besides Glock? Not 100% sure, but if they do, I want to bake you a pie. Okay. Is that a Makarov in the middle? No, that is a CZ83. Tim, credible, coming back in and making some memberships. Is that a 97 BD? No. How's your gun business going? Still don't have my licenses yet, so I'm still waiting. Oh, look, Susu got a free membership. Do you have Fortnite guns? I've got the HK up there. I got CZ75s. I don't know what's in Fortnite because I don't play Fortnite. How many guns do you have? No clue. Never counted. I purposely don't count. I don't want to know. Korth Revolver, ever heard of it? Yes. Korth makes some of the finest guns on the planet. They're also some of the most expensive guns on the planet. I just bought a Dan Wesson Specialist. Haven't fired it yet. Have you fired one? What's your thoughts? I haven't fired the Specialist. I have run the Pointman 745. Dan Wesson stuff is pretty solid. They did get bought out by CZ a few years ago, but that just means they got CZ's money to develop with. CZ has not done anything to influence the guns. So in general, they're really good guns. Hello, Ricky. This mofo, I polished my Glock trigger with Terran Special Lube, and it is the best trigger. I will put it up against any 1911. Everything I just said is BS. Ha! Sorry, what's the rifle back there? That is my custom-built AR-15 with the unique uppers. Unique AR uppers. Unique AR is out of Idaho. They built some good stuff. Do I have an AK? Yes, I do. They make Courts under 10K. Well, yeah, so Court did a 1911, believe it or not, with a split roller delay blowback action that's actually in the back of the gun. It's really cool action, but it's like a $5,200 gun. I wish I could get my hands on one, but I can't afford one. Which age group of people can actually buy a gun? You have to be the age of majority minimum in the United States, so 18 and up. to personally buy a firearm. You can be gifted a gun as a minor by a parent or a guardian or somebody that has control over your life. But you have to be 18 to buy a long gun, 21 to buy a handgun in most provinces and municipalities. You can also be gifted a handgun if you're under the age of 21. Still looking for laws in Montana. I was told concealed carry needs a permit. Found out we don't anymore. Well, keep this in mind, Kenny. Constitutional carry, which is what you're referring to. Turtle, turtle, turtle. You look handsome today. Thank you. But constitutional carry does not get reciprocity with other states. So if you want to go to a neighboring state that requires a CCW, even if they have constitutional carry, you won't be able to carry there. So get a concealed carry permit regardless if you plan on traveling out of state. You heard about the civilian marksmanship program? No, I haven't. I just joined what's happening. Just watch, hang out, have fun. I wish I had my life under control. You will, DB. Thank you, Susu. Thought you were happy to retire. Boom. Thoughts on the AXG Combat? I've messed with it. My buddy Daniel had the AXG Combat for a little while. I don't like the shorter barrel 320s. I like the full 4.7 inch barrel Taurus. Barrel SIGs. Sorry. CD did make a run of steel frames. It shoots great, but it's a safety, not a decocker, which is a semi-bummer. Gotcha, Thomas. Thank you. Did not realize they did PO1s in steel. That's interesting. I'll have to check that out. What state am I in? Virginia. Nice guns. Thank you, Misty. Have I ever run an X5 Classic? I'm about to buy one. I would love to get my hands on one, but I'm a dumbass and I keep buying other guns. There's two guns I keep saying I'm going to buy, and then I buy other guns. So I want an X5 Classic because I like the steel coloring better than the X5 Legion. And I also want a Platypus, but instead I'm buying a $2,500 race gun. We need to push harder now on the repealing of the NFA. I'm 100% behind that. Sign any documentation that asks for the repellation of it. We'll see what happens. The XG metal noticeably different than the Sharps Brother metal? No, not really, honestly. It's the biggest gun you have. I've got a 4570 lever action. You should check it out. They list milsurps and you have 1911s on there, here and there. Check out who? I didn't see the other part of your thing. Oh, here it goes. Hold on. Yeah, I'll have to check it out. Civilian marksman program. So if I'm visiting somewhere like I do, I have to follow the 10-round mag rules if I'm not from that state? Yeah. So when you're in a state, regardless of residency, you are required to abide by the laws of that state. Same thing if you're driving through it. Love the beard. Oh, I just haven't shaved. You can hear I'm getting sick. I pushed hard this morning. Nice, dude. Were you hooked after the first gun you bought, and how long before you bought a second one? So the first gun I bought was in October of 2017. I bought my second gun. I think I bought my second gun the week after. My third gun was like the day after that one. So yeah, I bought a lot of guns in the beginning. I mean, I still buy a lot of fucking guns, but I think that's weird that somebody buys a gun just because of how cool it looks. No, that's one of my criteria when it comes to a gun. Like that CZ83 up there, not even close, YouTube, see? But that CZ83, I love, here, there we go, I love the finish on it and the wood grips. You can CCW if you are driving through. If you're driving through, that's true. But if you are in that state, doing anything in that state, you are subject to their rules. And if you're driving through, that's actually not true either, DB, because if I go into Pennsylvania and I'm CCWing a gun in my car and it's not in a locked case or out of my reach, I can actually get in trouble. You can get a misdemeanor. Because if you're in a state that doesn't have reciprocity with your CCW, you can't have the gun there. If I go into Delaware and I have a gun within reach of me, they will seize the gun and you will get a ticket and probably a court case. It's only 10 rounds in a 20-round mag, or do I have to buy new welded mags? No, you don't have to buy other mags. No, it's not false, DB. Literally, if you drive through Delaware and you get stopped with a CCW, they will take your gun. I've been pulled over in Maryland with a gun in the car. Delaware is overrun with crime. Do you have a Makarov? No. I'm in California. I will look into these gun laws. I have a permit, but I own no guns. How am I doing today, I guess. Guns not allowed in Denmark. We use our hands here like Vikings. Do I sell guns too? I will be doing an online store at some point, but as of right now, no. I don't drive commie states, but I know my rights when traveling as I did often for work. I only carry my Glock 30 in New York because of that's my only one that holds 10. Look, I know the laws in the states around me, DB. I don't know where you got your information from. I just know the laws around me just from working at a gun store and talking to a lot of cops. So I don't know what to tell you. If I plan to go out of state, don't want to deal with the headache. Oh, well, if you go into a state that has reciprocity, so when I go into West Virginia or North Carolina, guns are fine because they reciprocity with my CCW. If I'm going into a state that doesn't, I always take the gun out and put it in the back. Do I hunt? Nope. Do you have a Smith & Wesson 500? No, I do have a 460 XVR, which is built on the same frame gun. So the X frame is the same one used for the 460 XVR and the 500 Smith & Wesson. Bro, if I drive through or fly through, you are subject to their laws. If I ship you some Capri Suns, will you drink it live? I would, but I'm only going to drink one because it's freaking a lot of sugar. Subscribe to your channel today. Thank you so much. Info is awesome. See, Florida is weird because, like, here in Virginia, CCWs are only 4 years. Do you think the Smith & Wesson SW40 is as good as a Glock 22? It's a clone of the Glock 22, so it runs fine. I just don't trust anything in 40. Is that new guns? Some of them are. Should civilians adopt the secondary carry practices of the military or Navy? What do you mean the secondary carry practices? We need Newsom out of this state. Hey man, hope you're having a good night. Getting rid of Newsom doesn't solve your problem, Rick. Just don't go into states that don't reciprocate. I'm just making sure because I usually carry a 20-round mag and I travel a lot, but I have never thought about it. Have you ever been to West Virginia? Yeah, I live 7 minutes from the border. But it's a weapons permit, not just firearms. Gotcha. Florida's weird. What about the CZ75D? What about it? It's a fine gun. Question, what's your opinion on the 6 Hour P220 and 10mm? I've had them. They're pretty fun guns. Again, I'm not a huge 10mm fan just because of cost and, running additional platforms. But they're pretty good. Need a Pro 2A governor. Yes, you do. Also, no wait period with CCW, cash and carry. Nice. Your hat looks great. Thank you. 2A Ninja, constitutional carry for the win. It's great if you're staying in your state, but you can't constitutional carry. If you have constitutional carry, like West Virginia has constitutional carry, you can't carry in the state of Virginia unless you have a CCW. So, in-state, 100%. Constitutional carry is great. But until it becomes a nationwide thing, it really does nobody any good if you're going to be traveling. Like, I go into West Virginia a lot, so having a CCW makes it a lot easier. You need to get used to them. Yeah, $50 for an 8-year CCW. That's not bad. Thank you, Mason. You can carry in any state at any time. Ha! Yeah, DB. DB's being anarchy tonight. DB is actively sabotaging tonight. He knows I'm not in a good mood, so he's just pushing my buttons. You are the Antichrist, and I am here for it. Hey, all you new people, do me a favor. I say it about once an hour. If you haven't yet, hit the like button. All it does is just give me interaction that Google can use to say, hey, look, it's a two-way channel that's not a dumbass, and he deserves to be on the air. So they'll promote me more, which then leads to me being able to get sponsors, shit like that. I'm not trying to take your money. If you want to donate to the channel, we always appreciate it, but you don't have to. I don't want a penny from you. When the hoodies are done, and he's working on those right now, guys, but it probably won't be till the end of the month because of Thanksgiving. But I did t-shirts for a while. I'm going to be doing hoodies and shit. So that's how we make money for the channel and through sponsorships and stuff like that. So I don't go out there and e-beg. So just hitting the like is what gets me the interaction I need to grow the channel. I've been known to carry government 1911 in commie states. Jojo, come to California. Do you guys reciprocity with my CCW? And if you work with guns and roses. Well, here's the thing for me, DB, because if I come down there after I get my firearms license, I can do whatever I want. I can buy from your state even handguns and transport them. You have me down for a hoodie, right? Yeah, you're in the list, dude. Has a great map for carrying in other states. Ported, suppressed, compensated, and flash suppressed. Nice. So the few things they do for free, I will agree, Susu, are a good thing. I'm not a big fan of their company, so. What country am I from? I am from Uruguay. What is your favorite rifle? My favorite rifle is actually my model 1894 Winchester chambered in 30-30. It's a lever action that used to be my grandfather's. It's pre-World War II. What brand of AR is that? It's a custom build. It's not an actual brand. It's got tons of different manufacturers' parts in there. I always forget about the like button. Yeah, it happens, Liz. I appreciate it, though. Like I said, anything you guys can do to help the channel is always muy appreciated. What is the itty-bitty thing? That is a Jennings J22. It's a little 22 pocket rocket. We call it Big Dick McDick Dick. What would be a good CCW insurance? Lawyers on retention is a good one. There's a few others. Look in your area. I'm sure there's people. All right, good carry insurance. If you live in an area where you need it, it makes more sense. But I also have a family. I have members of the family that are adjacent to a lot of lawyers. Like my mom told me, if I ever need to kill somebody, just pay her lawyer friend 10 grand and he'll make it go away, kind of a thing. I bought my first handgun today. Good for you, Dugan. Been eyeing a TRP. TRPs are really nice, and they're not that much more than an operator. Now that it's over, I accidentally left somebody not on call's list in Cali in a car. I sent a brother, flew out and got it, and flew home. Huh? Gotcha. Hello, Charlie. Thank you. Like I said, I'm definitely getting sick. I'm sniffling now. Can you show us the one with the red dot? No, can't pick up guns. What I like about ARs is being a mutt is okay. Pretty much, man. Like, if you have an all-one build gun and it's not like a LWRC Knights Armament or Daniel Defense, most people are like, dude, you haven't changed shite out yet? Maybe somebody can get me a sweet deal on one. DB, I will hook you the fuck up as soon as I get my license. What do you need guns for? The challenge of shooting them accurately. Shooting is an Olympic sport, my friend. The aesthetic of it, the collectability of them. You know, I have way less than the value of any of those guns into those guns, especially ones that are free since McManus isn't here. I still haven't sent his gun back. If I cough anymore, I'll need to start wearing diapers. Ha! Is a 50 cal good for a first gun? Sure, if you want to hate guns. My tidbit insurance isn't bad, but be aware they can be selective about they help you with, particularly if facts of case are iffy. Hire a lawyer on backup along with the insurance. Well, that's why I recommended like lawyers on retention. That's actually, you're paying basically like a group retainer for a group of lawyers that are actually two-way lawyers, not just insurance. Obligatory scrolling while on the throne comment. Hello. Hope your booty hole's okay. Functional art, yep. Please tell me those guns are fake. Why would I tell you they're fake? Do you have a 308? Not right now. I'm going to get a Ruger SFAR pretty soon, though. What's the first gun you owned? Was a double stack 1911 and 9mm. Can't believe it's not even 8 p.m. Feels like midnight. It's even worse for me, dude, because now I'm in a office with no exterior windows because the gun room needs to be secured. And now I can't even see outside at all. So I have no idea what the weather's like. Going to Golden Corral tomorrow for a large family get together. I just realized I'm white trash. Dude, Golden Corral rocks. You're only white trash if you fight for the garlic bread. If you fight over garlic bread, then you are white trash, 100%. Because so I'll go over this AR real quick for you, those of you that are interested. It is a Palmetto State, Virginia lower. My buddy built it for me back when they were talking about banning ARs in the state. So Palmetto State released a bunch of Virginia lowers. It has a Franklin Armory binary trigger in it. Has ambi safety. It has I think that's a B5. It might be a Magpul grip that's been custom stippled. Magpul rear stock. The whole upper minus the bolt carrier group came from a company called Unique ARs out of Idaho. It's a like $1,500 A upper that they sell. It's got a 223 Wild barrel in it. Very nice, very accurate. It has a custom handguard on it. You can see it's a round handguard. Has a primary arms ACSS reticle. It's the Cyclops. It's the fixed 4-power. Has backup irons on it. It has a Butler tactical bolt carrier group in it and a Radian charging handle. I'm so bored. Can you please show up? Ask all the guns. Nah. DB, it was 87 down there. Bullshit. I felt better. It felt hotter in Atlanta. Atlanta. That's what happens when somebody moves from Orlando to Atlanta. Nice AR build. Thank you. You have the eyes of a turtle and the soul of a jackal. Where's that jackass? Yeah, it is a nice AR build. So my buddy built me the original gun. It had a Strike Industries upper and a unknown upper, or excuse me, I had a Strike Industries barrel handguard and an upper, but I don't remember everything about that old one. Fantastic Thanksgiving dinner on Thanksgiving Day. So my buddy Daniel and I actually go to a Chinese restaurant usually on Thanksgiving. I know that sounds a bit weird, but that's what we do. Have you been to Huntington, West Virginia? I've probably driven through it, but I don't recognize the name. To be fair, jackasses are a humble animal. Sometimes you'll be back. All right, wrenches. Went to Golden Corral one time. Should I go back and give them another chance? Yeah, but I would recommend not going during dinner time because, you know, the steak gets picked up quickly and the shrimp is not as good. It feels a little rubbery later on in the meal. Cigarette butts and Band-Aids and Golden Corral chocolate fountains. That's your Florida shit, dude. So one thing I did, for those of you that don't know, Nabob, he's gone, but I did rethink that'll be nice because now I got to make up for some of the money I fucking gave to him to shut him the fuck up. That was weird. See, handguns. Which handgun do you prefer? 1911s. Yeah. So, like I said, yeah, sorry. It lagged for some reason. I don't know why. It's not frozen now. Is it? Somebody fucking type something. Nah, you're good. All right. I think it was YouTube that did that because everybody's saying the exact same thing. It's a top metal handgun, a VP9. Yes, it's a VP9 with the HK parts compensator. It's the match grade compensator. Vertical grip, foregrip on the AR. I don't put a foregrip at all on my AR because I magwell hold. I have disabilities. I don't do well with my arms out. McManus, what's going on, brother? Thank you, sir. Really appreciate that. Gage Money says, "What's up, honey? Honey." From Centerville, thank you. Do you know the most compact Beretta? I believe the most compact Beretta was like the 9000 or the 2000, that weird one that Tom Cruise used in Minority Report. Can you make me a gun? Poof! You're a gun. There was a Phantom, DB. Did you see that? Ha! Not a whole lot, man. How are you? Bored as fuck, and then I had to get rid of Nabob completely, so I gave him his fucking money back. So he's a fucking piece of shit. What else we got going on? Waiting on the license, man. That's all I'm waiting on. I'm gonna send your gun back probably tomorrow or Monday. Can I make a gun for me? As a United States citizen, yes, you are within your legal rights to manufacture your own firearm. You're not allowed to make machine guns, and you're definitely not allowed to make machine guns for sale, but you can make your own firearms. Is your name Jimmy? No, Jiminy comes from Jiminy Cricket. I just misspelled it as a kid. Thoughts on silencers? I like them. Okay, no rush. All right. Well, I'm going to get yours sent out. Just, trust me. I keep on wanting to throw it, so I think I need to send it back. Did he jump the shark? Oh, dude, he won't stop emailing me. 1 o'clock in the morning, he keeps emailing me. So if I showed you the email he sent me the last time, and I might send it to you, McManus, holy shit. Could you show the small postal real quick? I'm new here. I can't pick up guns on a live stream, so you just got to kind of zoom in on your own. If you're on a phone, just pinch and zoom. Please don't throw it, and it's an expensive fail gun. It's fine. I have no desire to throw it. Although I might be getting rid of a couple of those. Maybe. And I'm definitely getting rid of the Echelon. What is the small one? It's called the Jennings J22. There. It's not much better, but hey, you can see it a little bit. Oh my god, look at his eyeballs there. It's nothing fancy, it's just a little friggin' gun. Do you have an EK-47? Yep. Shoot me an email and let me know. Nice arsenal. What do you think is the most overrated gun? Overrated gun manufacturer would be Glock. Either way. Yeah, either one I'll do after the live stream because I'm on a different computer and I don't have my email login saved on this one. How would one go and buy an unserialized P80 from a buddy, like registration and all that? You don't have to serialize it if you're just doing a private sale. Paul, you can just purchase the firearm, a bill of sale, or whatever you want to do because it's not registered, like you just said. So if you just have a bill of sale showing that you purchased it. Oh, look at you. I had that word blocked, so you decided to what did I just do? Sorry, DB, I didn't mean to do that one. Clicked on the wrong guy. Thank you. You getting rid of the stainless SAR? Probably not. Some people shake my head, get your rest. Thank you. Is a bat folding carbine a good weapon? Sorry, I put you back. Boom, boom, boom. Your favorite gun, 1911s. This is an amazing stream. Thank you. What's the guns for, man? Practice, collection, aesthetics, gets me laid. All the above. Don't call me a DP shit. Benelli, not most overrated. No, Benelli actually makes good guns. They're overpriced. I don't think they're overrated. What do I think of the Smith & Wesson Equalizer? It's a great choice if you have hand issues. It's a very easily racking gun. Has good features. It comes with 3 magazines as well as a speed loader. Comes with an uplula, which is actually a good speed loader. So definitely worth the money in my opinion. Hey, Aubrey. I would say Beretta is overpriced. Yes, Beretta is overpriced too. I'm just glad Kamala lost. Okay. What's your least favorite gun? Anything with the Glock logo on it. What's up, SFR? Have you seen the folding shotgun? I forget who makes it. No, I haven't. Can I use weapons to negotiate my money problems with strangers on the streets? Until you get to the wrong person. That Smith & Wesson is factory peanut butter, or did you Cerakote it? I like it. That was factory. $18 more than the standard gun. That was it. Would you get a Maxim 9 when you get your FFL? If I could get one, I would. They're out of manufacture now. What did I miss? Not much. Just bitching about things. Taurus, worst gun besides a High Point? No. Wow, what a beautiful collection you have back there. Thank you. Are those real guns? Yes, they are, King. Brenda, you have a good day. You see the new Ruger 45 carbine takes Glock mags. I did not see that. That's actually interesting to hear. The Maxims are unobtainium. I want one. Which is funny because for the longest time, RSR had a ton of them. Our Ruger's good, specifically the Mark IV. Yes, the Mark IV is a very fine pistol. Honestly, though, there are better options in 22s nowadays, but that's a very good one. Taurus makes good revolvers. They copy good revolvers. I know, and I didn't because I didn't bother looking and missed out. Yeah. No, it was crazy because they were only a couple of grand, too. They were, but because it's an integrated suppressor, it's an automatic tax stamp. And you had to, I don't know why I just said that, excuse me. I was thinking about the fucking honey badger. But it's an integrated pistol, so it's right at the back. Best rounds for 300 blackout pistol with no suppressor for home defense and 150 yard shooting. It all depends on what you want it to do. I mean, the standard rounds are perfectly fine. If you're not suppressing, there's no reason to go with the 220 grain. Range bag and mags for $5.99. That's not a bad price for an echelon, dude. Do you have a 1911? Yep. What's the tiny gun? I assume a 22, but what's its story? Its nickname is Big Dick McDick. It's a Jennings 22. What sucks is they were so much cheaper when they were in production. Yep. How many guns do you have? Gadip, I honestly don't know. I don't count on purpose. I know that there's 25 of them sitting at my local pawn shop that I need to get back, so. Made me day. I've been watching this forever. Well, thank you, Jackson. Miami here, nice. Fair comment. They made good copies of revolvers and they're affordable. Can't pick up guns. Sorry, Scottish. You love watching these. Thank you. Well, subscribe. Make sure that you're subscribed and you hit the like button. I appreciate that. Especially all you people. Like I said, I really was just going to pawn your wall for a Lago Alien 9. If I sold the wall, I could buy 2 of them. Are those air pistols? Nope, they're real. Hey, Roy Batty, I've had a Judge for 6 years and it's reliable. Nice. DB loves turtles. He loves his turtles. Turtles are so good. Why does this channel attract so many firearm census takers? I have no idea. Pretty sure that's their whole wall. Basically, they have a section of the safe that's just my guns. I think I'm sold. Hi. Oh. I'm getting lag again. Opinion on Nagant revolvers. I'd love to try one, but I wouldn't own one. What's your opinion on Glocks? They run, they'll save your life, they're easy to maintain, but they're junk. They're honestly junk. They're oversold. They're oversold the way Apple products are oversold. The fact that a Mac Pro, a $7,000 or a $50,000 Mac Pro could be beaten by an $8,000 custom computer is kind of the same way with Glock. How are you today? Pretty good, Sean. Much love. You just stopped by to say hi. Hey, Bullseye, what's up? You're now in a race with Ryan to buy them. What, my guns? You haven't bought any of my guns besides the Rock Island, right? Did you buy anything other than the Rock Island? How long are you going to be live for? Haven't decided yet tonight. I'm getting sick. So, do I like Chiapa? It's actually pronounced Chiapa, but no. Why are people so hateful towards high-capacity mags? They live in a state that doesn't allow it, so they take out their anger on the internet. It's the internet. I feel attacked. What's your opinion on the Benelli M4? It's an awesome shotgun. I've shot one. I wouldn't personally pay the asking price for them, but if I can get one used at my normal like gun store buying prices, I probably would. If I had to choose what Glock model and why, I'd probably go with a 34 or the 17L. I like the long slide 9mm competition style guns are my favies. So if I have to go with one, I'm going to go with a 34 or a 17L. Not yet, doesn't mean I won't. I did 3DR. It'd be a dream to have an $8,000 PC. Well, during COVID, during the pandemic with graphics cards and shiz, my PC, my custom water cooled PC was probably about $8,000. Any experience with quality headphones for music? I don't really invest in like super high end stuff because I don't have like a DAC or anything, a digital amplifier, whatever, audio, whatever. So I just use like Rig Astro 500s, the ones with the surround sound, and then I use Skull Candy Crushers for in-ears. Were or are you in the military? No, Jackson. I was never in the military. Excuse me. I wanted to join the army, but I was disabled very early on in life, and not just mentally. In case one of you wanted to drop that joke, the Rinko copies tend to be really good. Yeah, they're made out of really good materials. Do I have a favorite assault rifle? No, because there's no such thing as an assault rifle. There's just rifles. Assault rifle is a term coined by a governmental agency and bodies that wanted to ban them. The bows look good, like good quality comfort. I use bows for my shelf speakers for my computer, and I like those. Bows are nice, but they're a little expensive, but I think they're still cheaper than like Sennheiser. What do you think of the Benelli Super Black Eagle 3? Never shot one. I'm slightly cracked myself. Got a Glock 17 Gen 3. Can't believe it took me so long to own a Glock, but the extra few bucks spent worth it for the quality. We can have a long conversation on how everything you just said was wrong. But as long as you like it, I'm happy for you. How do you feel about Springfield Hellcat? I don't like micro nines. The guns are fine. They shoot fine. I just don't like micro nines. The smallest 9 on that wall is actually the Beretta 51. About you, I love watching this. Thank you, Jackson. I appreciate that. Skull Candy Head Crusher Evos or something will be here Monday. Nice. Skull Candy, for some reason, if I'm having a bad day, I like concussive waves and pressure waves when I'm listening to like heavy music. So if I'm having a bad night, I will listen to like Skrillex, like any of his live sessions at full blast through Skull Crushers, and they sound great. What's the smallest one you have? I have a Colt Junior in 25 ACP. That's actually smaller than that one. What happened? A new spot. This is actually my gun room, Glue. So I have my workbench over there. I moved everything over here so that moving forward I can actually leave my guns out, because this is a secured room with deadbolts and stuff. I have Pioneers. Pioneer makes some decent stuff. What would you recommend as a starter pistol? I would recommend that you go to a gun range that rents guns, or go to a store that allows you to hold as many guns as you can. Find which guns fit your hand well, and then practice, seeing how it holds, how you pull it up. One way that a Navy instructor, I wasn't in the Navy, but he was a Navy firearms instructor, told me to do is take your gun, put it at low ready, and then pull the gun up so that you have your sight picture, like where you think the sights are dead on, and then open your eyes. If you're way off, that means that gun isn't right for you. Or if you're like nosing the gun down, that means that your grip isn't right. So that will help you find guns that naturally fit your hand better. If you're even close, then you'll be fine. Is that a VP9 top left? No, the VP9 is actually the center gun. The one that's top left is a Springfield Echelon. I really like the setup you have there. Thank you, Sean. Do I make them? No, I don't. What's the most expensive gun you own? It's not really a price thing, because I have guns that are worth a few $1,000s. I don't have a lot of guns that are worth that much, but well, actually I do. But I don't really go by the money that they're worth. I go by what I paid for them, and I don't pay nearly any of that for my guns. It is a secure room. Thank you. Do you like, so you don't like Glock? I mean, the customization is so easy and a nice benefit. The problem with a Glock is that you have to modify it to make it better. You have to modify it to make it as good as a stock 1911, as good as a stock CZ75, and the price difference isn't that great until you start modifying it. You have to take a Glock, which already costs between $400 and $500, put another $400 to $500 into it just to make it a $500 gun. That's my problem with Glock. It's okay to hold a gun before buying it. They hate it when you shove it in your waistband to see how it fits. They also hate when you walk out of the store with it. Nice VP9, so comfy in the hand. Yes, it is. Quality, that is what I go for too. Yep, I was just thinking that. And that's what happens, Lope. You have to, unfortunately, because stock Glocks come with plastic sights. Even a G3C, which is a clone, comes with metal sights. What's your opinion? They're fine. It's just a Glock 17 frame with the Glock 19 slide on it. It's the ass backwards way of having a carry gun. You'll never get with Glock triggers anywhere near a stock 1911. That's true. What's the rifle? What kind of optics? So it's a custom AR-15 with the primary arm Cyclops. My 19X MOS didn't come with plastic sights. Yeah, 19X doesn't. 19X comes with factory night sights. It's one of the only ones. It's also why it's a $600 gun. You're paying $100 over a Glock 19 just for metal sights. Glock was designed for duty, not for competition. Yeah, no, the 34 was designed for competition, and it's still a shit gun out of the box. You have an assault rifle. Striker versus single action. Strikers can be single action. Now, I know people try to claim that a Glock is a double action, but when we're talking about single action, double action, we're referring to the trigger, not the mechanism inside. So a Glock has what's called a pre-cocked striker. So the functioning of the slide half cocks the striker, and pulling the trigger does the rest. So if we're talking about the action, I prefer just the single action, just a hammer-fired striker on a pin. But the pre-cock striker on a Glock is still, the trigger is still single action. When you pull the trigger on a Glock, all it can do is release the striker. It can't recock the striker. Once the gun fires or is dead, that trigger doesn't reset it. So, yeah, but when your heart is beating 200 beats per minute, you're not going to notice the difference between 1911 or a Glock. Yeah, I will. And if your heart's beating at 200 beats per minute when you're in the middle of a shooting situation, then you are probably not the person I want having a gun. Do 1911 Pierce mostly they should be chambered in 45 and not 9mm. The old FUDs do. I don't care. Whatever a 1911 is chambered in, I'll run it. In fact, the race gun I'm buying is chambered in 38 Super. Hammer single and striker are different worlds. Yes. You can easily tell the difference between a linear trigger and a striker fired trigger. 45 only in government size. Aesthetically, I agree. And also, a commander doesn't make any sense because, again, for carry, you want a shorter frame, not a shorter barrel. So that doesn't make any sense, and it's just stupid. Hammer single is far superior. It really is. Even a Canic single action trigger or a Walther P99 or PDP single action trigger is not even close to a 1911. Have you ever tried exotic ammo? No, I haven't. If you watch the video I did, I'm not sure which one I did it in, but I explained Glock in this way. They have achieved excellence through mediocrity. And that is a weird thing to say, but it's 100% true. Glock has created a gun with shit tolerances, with blah materials, and cutting corners, yet they've convinced the buying public that it's perfection because they put that word on the box. And people believe it. So first-time buyers don't know the difference. If you have two guns in your life, you don't notice the difference. But anybody that has spent significant time around guns knows the difference between a Glock and the rest of the gun world. And there's other companies that obviously copy the Glock and they're in the same situation. But there's so many guns that are better. No, Glock isn't even Chevy because Chevy actually has some stuff. Glock is unflavored hummus. I don't even equate it to a car. It's not good enough to be a car. Glock is a Segway. Glock slander, if it was bad, it would not sell or be used in Leo. It's not slander, it's 100% true. And like I said, they've achieved excellence through mediocrity. And you have drunk the Kool-Aid 100%. Speaking from experience as a Glock owner, you don't notice trigger differences in high tension. What does your being a Glock owner matter? That doesn't mean anything. If you don't notice, that's you. But many people will tell you you're wrong, and I'm one of them. Glock works every time, period. Not if you limp wrist it. What's your least expensive gun? I don't really know. Sorry. There's a reason why it's the most popular gun in military service. What military? The United States military doesn't use it. There are branches that use it. What military uses the Glock 19 that's comparable to the U.S. military? There are more CZ75s in military use than there are Glocks. There are more high powers in military use than Glocks. If you want to just keep on just saying whatever's coming to your mind, this isn't a conversation we're going to continue to have. If you just want to keep pulling facts out of nowhere, we're not going to continue to have this conversation. There is no major military that has a full-on contract with Glock. They are all subdivisions and subsets of militaries that use Glocks. And police use them, yeah, I'll give you that, because they get blue line, they get cheaper prices. So if you want to keep on just pulling facts out of your ass, this isn't a conversation that you're going to continue having with me. God damn, YouTube's doing it tonight. What about Sig? Sig went with the lowest price. Knowledge wins every time. Thank you. I just, just because you're saying it with words doesn't make it true, brother. What's the gun you hate the most? I don't really have like an individual gun that I hate. I just don't like Chiappa because of their business practices. I don't like SDS because of their business practices. SAR 9 arms also. Yeah, SAR 9's a good one. You have a Desert Eagle, that silver one up on the wall. Nope. Thanks for speaking the truth on that. Is that CZ or Tanfolio on the top right? That's actually the Sarshamals K12 Sport. The one below it is a CZ-P01 and SP01, and that's a P01. Looking for armor, but I enjoy guns like that. Thank you. Do I use them? In shooting for targets and stuff, I don't use them. Like, I'm not in law enforcement or the military, so I don't have a reason to use guns every day. And Springfield for their cowardice. Cowardice is... Springfield right now is not the same Springfield it was when they were a problem. Do I have a BB guns? Yeah, I've got a few BB guns. Just bought a Springfield 1911 A1 mil-spec. Where do they rate as 1911 goes? Springfield makes decent guns. The mil-spec is a perfectly serviceable gun, works well, should function fine. I know some of the A1, like the mil-spec guns, get a little picky with hollow point ammunition, but if that happens, just switch to like Wilson Combat Mags. How many guns do you have? No idea. What is a really small one? Jennings J22. Would you ever get a 50 action Desert Eagle? I used to have one, sold it. We used to take it to the range. All my buddies would shoot it back when ammo was $4 a round, and they would mag dump the gun, and they never replaced the ammo that they used. Do I do airsoft? No. I have a few airsoft guns, but I don't actually participate. Do you like Liberty Safes? Nope. Tell us about Chiappa. Chiappa is an Italian company, but they don't actually manufacture a single firearm. They buy companies that build guns and put their name on it. So all the guns you see, the Chiappa, the little M1 clone that's built by another company. The gun that they had the most involved with personally was the Chiappa Rhino, which is actually based on the old Mataba Unica 6 semi-auto freaking revolver. And they hired the original designer to build it. He's dead now. But that guy died, and Chiappa decided to build the guns at the cheapest possible price, yet still charge over $1,000 for them. And from the factory, they've come with broken cranes for swinging out the cylinder. They've swing arms, cranes, I call them bridges. They break just from test firing, things like that. So their quality control is horrendous. I don't have to provide facts. You just confirmed what I said. I never said they were used exclusively. You said they were the most used. You know what? Here, have a good night. You want to come in, and it's literally in fucking black and white on the screen, douche nozzle. Is it okay to be gay? Sure, you can if you want to be. You have any big irons? I've got GP100, SP101, and a 460 XVR. Is what still 250? I have an M17, M18 with Wilson grip modules looking for a hammer-fired 9mm. Get a 250. Cops use them because they're cheap as frick. Yep, it's all about the battle rifles. Manus has been drinking. What do you think about the Canik TTI Combat? I don't. There's a reason why it's the only Terran tactical gun that sells for at or below MSRP. Terran did nothing. He gave them a few ideas. Canik built the guns in Turkey or wherever they're building them now, and sold them with Terran's name on them. They're $600 Meta Pros that they're selling for $1,000. They're trash. What do you think of the high point handguns that are 200 or under? If they run, they run. They actually have some reliability to them. If you run stock parts, stock mags, they could save your life. This chat is going to drive you to it. Probably. Do you ever shoot with the suppressor? Yes. I never had the honor of serving, but I always thought sidearms were for either officers or special forces. Depending on what you do, you are issued a sidearm. In modern combat, the odds of you using your sidearm are so small if you're in the regular army. Sidearms, even back in World War II, World War I, etc., were only used in trench warfare. So if your trench got overrun, typically they were using rifles and machine guns. I used to hate Canik till I shot the SFX Dark Side. The SFX I really like. I would rather have an SFX over a TTI all day. But I'm gonna pull up the wiki. Why the fuck are you still here? And you said it's the most, dumbass. If the chat controls your life, you have major issues. This is a fantasy fake. Thank God I can multitask for the outfit. What? Oh, this is a slice of the general public as sad as shit. Yeah. Running out of ammo is still a thing in regards to what contagion. Isn't that funny? Using my side piece is much more fun than using my main. Yeah. Well, when I play a lot of shooting gun games, like I have played like the Battlefield games and stuff, I try to do the whole game using sidearms. Hey, Panda. Never messed with Canics. You should at least pick up one. Get an SFX DB, and I think it would compare with your 17. What the fuck is with my internet? Lamau, Glock tards. You're gonna end up using your pistol if you run out of ammo. Not if you're shooting at somebody 400 yards away. I just took my scope off my AR, went to a red dot. What magnifier would you suggest? I don't really have a good suggestion for you, man. I have a fixed 4 power on that one, and then I just use the Vortex stuff when I do run them. It's a 3/4 Glock Moon. Nice. Well, how well do you think Jimmy Carter's going to take the news? What the? I have no idea. I want to ask, is there a benefit of having a gun at which situations? So guns get I would have to assume by your question that you're not a U.S. citizen, or if you are, you're not a U.S. citizen that has access to many guns. Guns are not exclusively for killing. Despite what the U.S. media and the world media tells you, guns are not just used for that. If they were, they wouldn't look pretty. They wouldn't worry about aesthetics. They'd all be looties. They'd all be tubes that spit ammo. Guns are aesthetic. They're valuable. If they're limited runs, things like that. You can think of guns like you can collecting gold, silver, and coins. If you buy them right, they appreciate. If you buy them wrong, you waste your money. They're more physical than cash paper. I can always do something with a gun versus having paper. And I like the challenge of shooting any type of gun accurately. If you get one, you'll probably end up getting a bunch. Is 85 round loadout for home protection overkill? Nope. Have as many rounds you need to stop the threat. Stop buying garbage optics, and you don't need backup irons, you poor. Backup irons are just aesthetics. That front one isn't even lined up right. Hey, Gia. Self-defense, even in Japan, they have relaxed rule laws recently to allow semi-auto against bears. Oh, wow. I didn't even think Japan allowed any civilian to have guns. That's interesting. It's a hobby as well. You can get so deep into the gun rabbit hole. Pretty much. Once you have had 2 meth heads break into your house at 7 a.m. and beg 911 to get law enforcement, you'll understand why I want to keep an firearm. Is that all your gun, or there's more? There's always more. I have an Enzo 50 BMG registered in UK, but we're not allowed handguns without a Section 4 firearms license. Interesting. Some people call sneakers or Cabbage Patch dolls. I like guns. Oh, collect. Gotcha. What about Rock Island Armory? Are their 1911s decent? Yes. They are decent. They're made out of decent materials. They take a lot of upgrades very well, and they have a lot of parts interchangeability. The wall's looking fresh. You're impressed. Thank you. Well, if I don't start getting some sponsors, then it's going to get a little thin again. Just build your own firearm. Did you completely finish your safe? Yeah, not only did I finish it, I sold it to a friend. Any grenades? Nope, sorry. I wish I could. But you have to apply for a destructive device license for each one that you own, and then if you destroy it, then you have to apply for another one for the next one. Hate from New York. You know a guy named Bob? Are those BB guns? Nope. They are real firearms. Why am I already tired? Are Bear Creek Arsenal uppers quality? No, they're cheap. You don't get quality in cheap. Be it no limit on amount of tannerite we can own. I thought there was a limit. I guess not. I'm just playing. I subscribe. All right, got any 1911s? Yep. Beretta. Bear Creek is fun if you just want to try cheap calibers on your upper, on your lower, and just fire different calibers. You can get the 7.62 upper and shit for your AR and things like that. I don't count how many guns. What about PSA? Still not quality. Better quality than Bear Creek, but build an Anderson or an Arrow upper. I'm exhausted. Only day off tomorrow. Got to get up early and clean. Catch you Monday. It's only 8:30. Old man. Rock River uppers any good? They're better. My brother has a safe full of tannerite. Those guns look kind of cheap. Those guns are worth more than your car. What did the barrels just not last, or is a lot of slop and fitment? Quality control is a big problem, and the material could be an issue, but I've seen some accuracy issues out of Bear Creek. Firearms dealer, Section 4 firearm. We build prints for Sten Mark IV and CNC machine at my grandfather's. It's doable but restricted. Is Federal a good ammo brand? Yes. They actually own a lot of other companies too. Justin, you have a good one. Nice gun. Some of them are cheap, lol. No. Even the cheap one is expensive. The cheapest gun up there right now, honestly, if I was to replace one tomorrow, not counting the 22 and shit, would probably be the Ruger American Pro. That's like a $400 gun, but from there they just jump up. Can't be a RAM issue. I've got plenty of RAM in this thing. Handguns are overrated. I don't really collect handguns. All you need is a Springfield 1911, a 17, 19, and 26. Congratulations. You have more than one. You just collected handguns. EDCs in 1911. Some of them are cheap. Go buy me two then. 19-year-old law-abiding citizens out of Florida, what would you get for your first handgun? Well, you have to either do private party or be gifted it, so yeah. Those handguns are definitely expensive, very good quality. Thank you. I know something Ruger on a wholesale makes up. Some of the Ruger stuff is cheap, but I wouldn't really call them subpar. Would I rather carry a Glock 45 or a Hellcat Pro? I'd go with the Hellcat Pro, but above all, I just wouldn't be in a position where I have to choose between those two guns. Can't touch guns on lives. Yep. Is Faction a good brand for pistol barrels? Faction makes decent stuff. I did have an issue with fitment on a 320 AXG where it was the exterior dimension on the barrel was a little bit out of spec, so it was causing it to jam. But they replaced it for free. You ever hunt? I have not. SFR has invited me to go hunting, but I have not taken him up on it. At some point, I will need to go and visit him. Evike, have I ever used that company? I've used Evike and Fox Airsoft. Fox actually has the better mystery boxes, though. Hope the night is going well for you. Thank you, Mitch. For self-defense, just stock barrel. That doesn't matter as much as when you start changing your trigger and your other parts. Oak Ridge, what's up? Hey, how you doing tonight? You doing well? Hey, if you haven't hit the like button, do me a favor, hit the like button, would you? What's your opinion on the CZ Shadow Systems? The who? Shadow Systems is a different company. There's Grizzlies in Wyoming. Yeah, but there's also SFR and He'll Protect Me. Why do so many people assume that my guns are not real? All that question does is tell me you're not a real fan of my channel. And that makes me sad deep down where I am soft like a woman. You have a PDW set up. Nope. Or yep. I don't discuss what is in the car. Would you rather have a normal shotgun or a Benelli M4? That question isn't worded in a way that makes it answerable. Sorry. I'm not familiar with guns. Would you go through each of them? Nope. You need to get yourself a Cyclops. That has a Cyclops. That is a Cyclops. Still can't put hurt and people in the same sentence. They look real, but I was wondering if they were ever, even after or not. That's all. Any update on the FFL application? They took my money, so waiting for the site visit. I might buy a SIG 320. Should I? Sure. Just don't buy a base model. They're not fun. Love the gun tubers. I'm not a gun tuber, but I appreciate it. Dude, very impressive setup with tools. Thank you, Sam. Benelli is a normal shotgun. Why are your eyes social distancing? Because they like to roll whenever I read stupid shit like you. I dislike everything every day. Nice. I have one Easton. It's a fun gun. Can we have a look at the rifle at the bottom? So, can't really pick it up, obviously, Cody. It's just a custom-built AR. It just looks like an AR. You can't see any of the internal parts. The main thing is, why is there a wait period? There isn't one here in Virginia. So this is, like I said, you can't see it because it's on the other side of the receiver, but it's a Virginia PA or Virginia lower from PSA, but it's got a flat face binary trigger from Franklin Armory. Has a unique AR's upper. It's got a flying eagle on the end. And then it's got the primary arms ACSS reticle on it, and then just everything else. So that's pretty. And of course it freezes. I love my internet in here. So I'm using a laptop with only 8 Wi-Fi N. If anybody understands Wi-Fi, they'll know exactly what I'm dealing with. So I need to put a different Wi-Fi adapter on it. I have a Ryzen computer that I'm planning on putting on there. Hello. No, it's me, Charlie. So when I stream from the phone, it doesn't affect anything. But I'm trying to watch it on the computer to watch the chat, and my computer keeps on freezing up because it's in a room without anything. No, it's the Wi-Fi that's built into the computer, Panda. I got a Diamondback AR in 223. Nothing wrong with the Diamondback. Takes all the same upgrades that guy does. How long are we going tonight, chaps? Because time doesn't seem to be moving at all on my end. Probably because, like I said, I'm just hating everything today. Everything bugs me. I need to shave. This is the most hair that a Korean has ever grown on their face. Ever. We're going till 6 p.m.? That's only 9 o'clock your time. I might go to 10. I want a handgun for self-defense, but I don't know nothing about guns. Well, you should probably go and learn then, my friend. Talk to a local gun store, see if they have any recommendations for like a concealed carry course or personal defense course. Take a few classes. Invest some time and money because it's going to be something that'll be important to your life. Should grow a Wolverine beard. Nah, I'm good without it. I hate the feeling of facial hair. What do I think about 300 Blackout? It's a good round. It's designed for suppression, obviously, and it works pretty good. He doesn't have a beard. No, I have little boy stubble. I know you're not a wheelman, but I was eyeing a Smith & Wesson with an 8-inch barrel. Yes, I'm feeling lucky. You should get it. That's what I was hoping you could talk to me about. I can't educate you over a live stream, brother. You'll get more information if you watch good YouTube videos on like how to hold, maintain, shoot guns, things like that, than you will out of a. No, I'm not going over what's on the wall. Sorry. No AKs on the wall. Last time I had an AK up on the wall, I touched the front trunnion by accident and they killed my live stream, so you will never see an AK on this wall again. When will ammo prices go down? The problem is too many people are willing to pay the prices as they are. Amar, how you doing? Ali's from Iran. You're a joy to watch. Thank you. I'm so glad Trump won. More likely we'll keep our pew-pews. Is that a Smith & Wesson first on the second row? What category does that fall under as far as a 1911? No, it's not a 1911. It's a Smith & Wesson 5906. It falls under its own design. It's a double-action, single-action pistol with a decocker and a slide-mounted safety. It's more like a Beretta than it is a 1911. You're not a Joey. It's a joke. Oh, well, what happens is when you try to convey humor through text, you sound like Melissa McCarthy or Jack Black. Falls flat on its face. Do I sell a Steyr AUG? I will be doing online purchases, but I do not sell personally. It's a very tiny one. That is a Jennings J22. Anyone see the Tax Colorado decided to add to gun accessories and ammo? Nope. Liz is crying. Don't cry, Liz. Hello. How are you, Arun? I need one more person to subscribe, and then it'll get me to 500. Opinion on comp firearms. I've got a couple of comp guns. They're fine. They are noticeable in difference to their standard non-comp variants, but they're just kind of a gimmick, honestly. As long as the price is the same, they're fine. Where people just dive in saying stupid shit. It's probably stupid. Wild man. Yep, pretty much. They're adding another 6.5 to their 11% tax. That's crazy. Gotcha, bro. Comp stuff is kind of strange. Holy shite. Yep. Thank you, Arun. What's the topic today? Just about anything. Those 30-round Glock magazines are insane. I purchased run flawlessly in Glock 17. As long as they're actual Glock brand. I'm not a big fan of ETS or Pro Mags. I'm okay with the normal P Mags, though. Cheers to you and the weekend, my man. Thank you, Ghost. You're from Oswego. Nice. 2-port on the SIG is pretty handy. Makes the Longboy 320 shoot super fat. I've got the single comp myself. Hope you don't mind me asking, but how old are you? 45. Do you deer hunt at all? No, I don't. Although my buddy that bought the safe from me is bringing me a bunch of deer jerky tomorrow, so I get to have a bunch of deer jerky. Deer jerky? Deer jerky. Jerky. So I get a bunch of jerky tomorrow. That's going to be awesome. Awesome shash. Heart, fist, face, flowers. I think you're saying that you're sending some love my way. Thank you. Regular Cheetos or hot Cheetos? Regular Cheetos. Why can't you talk about the guns even though you're a gun channel? First time meeting you, I apologize for the questions. I just don't want to go over every single gun. They're mostly there for decoration, my friend. If I go over it and one person didn't hear them, then I'm just going to keep going over them over and over and over and over it, and I just don't want to. They're just background, man. Man, you look 25. Thank you. Terran Tactical mag extensions work well, but still wouldn't carry. Yeah, my dude is making me a lot of venison. He's making me some deer jerky. He's doing it with ground and with deer steak, so we'll see what happens. Hot Cheetos, regular Cheetos are filthy. I like them. Thank you, Liz. Latinas or Asians? Dude, give me a Latina any day. I'm half Korean and I don't like dating Asian women. Sorry. Sorry, Stone, if you're listening. What kind of guns you got on that wall? See? Exactly what I was saying. Those are fake firearms. Sure. Do you decorate for the holidays? Yeah, I put lit LEDs on the guns. I have a tree of guns. Lamau. Yeah, I'm waiting to hear. What the hell did I just do? I'm waiting to hear back on the FFL once I get that one. Don't need her being better at math than I am. Hell with that. Hello. I'm not trying to get stabbed, so Asians it is. I'd rather get stabbed than have all my shit broken. If it's real, why don't you use it? If that's the case, then your brain must be fake. Oh, he felt bad because I insulted him. Just don't let a Korean woman drive you anywhere. Drop anything lately? Nah. Thank you, Liz. I shall look forward to seeing more of your content. Thank you. Wow. Is that a Desert Eagle behind you? No. No Desert Eagles on the wall tonight. What grip do you have on the AR? That is a custom stippled Magpul K2 Plus. Do you talk to Matt from Demolition Ranch? No. He is so far above me in terms of gun content creators that he wouldn't even look down on me to spit. Nope. Again, all those guys are so high above me that they'll never talk to me. Open carries for FUDs. Agreed. Roy, the Jennings gets mistaken for a Desert Eagle. When you're called Big Dick McDick Dick, it does happen. Hey, hope this helps. I love watching your stuff. Jackson, thank you so much. I appreciate that one. Any donations go right to the channel towards buying ammo and guns, so absolutely. I really like my bronze deagle. Yeah, deagles are fun, but like I said, if you let your buddy shoot it and they don't replace the ammo, you get tired of it really fast. I prefer a red dot, personally, Sam. Reflexes are good, but I prefer a red dot. I prefer that the dots stay fixed more. Reflexes, they have a little bit more movement. Do you watch Demolition Ranch? Not as much as I used to. Ever since he got super big, he's kind of had to go a little bit more flashy with his stuff. And I like a little bit more down-to-earth video when it comes to guns and stuff. I watch it every now and then when he looks at something cool, but not too often. I should probably contribute soon, been away. Do whatever you want, Panda. Just make sure you hit the like button. Oh, the color I meant, I don't let anyone shoot it. I don't like other people sticking their fingers in my things. I don't play Fortnite, sorry. What do you pick? Nope. How was your day? Pretty good. Have I ever personally bought anything off of Gunbroker? No, I haven't. I know people that have. It's fine. You just got to be prepared to pay all their stupid fees. Did y'all like this now? I really liked them before he went really big, but at the same time, I think YouTube demonetized him way too much. No, but he is still monetized. He gets videos before his stuff plays. But here's a big secret on all of his videos. If you watch all of his videos, you'll notice that you go 2 to 3 minutes before you actually see him holding or firing a gun. That's because he's trying to get past the censorship. You've never bought anything off Gunbroker before? Not personally. I've been able to find everything I want locally. After the Bandit Mansion, after the Abandoned Mansion, yeah. Best Glock generation. The one that came out before he actually released a gun. I'm looking for a 6mm ARC. One place I can find the rifle I'm looking for. You do what you got to do, man. You know of AK-74? Yes, I know of it. I've never bought nothing off a gun broker. I feel left out. I've just never had a reason to need it, man. I'm just not willing to. The back page of the firearms community. It's better. It all depends on what you're looking for, Roy. It can be all right. Thoughts on the PDP full size? It's too bulky. I don't. Yeah, it's fine, but it like the top is too tall. AR-10, will it have the same range due to its closed? No, it won't have the same range. And if it's a 13.5, you'd need a big ass moderator pinned and welded. I was wondering why he switched from guns to remodeling abandoned properties. No, he has 3 different channels. The abandoned mansion was on Off the Ranch. I've had to source a lot of things off Gunbroker. I just haven't. I live in California, so the gun selection is trash. I order off Gunbrokers. Red Dead Redemption 2 is amazing. Yeah, but his vet ranch got completely demonetized, and then he gave it over to his friends that were the other vets on that channel because he kept getting his videos kept getting taken down and demonetized. Are you going to have different colored shirts? I'm not doing another run of shirts for a while. I'm working on hoodies right now. Just kind of shocking is all. I don't know. I guess it's because, I've considered using Gunbroker a few times for I wanted the Daewoo K5 pistol, but I found one locally. I wanted a few of them off of Gunbroker. But the guns that I'd be willing to buy off of Gunbroker, they're all at frickin' retail, and I'm just not willing to. Thoughts on filing the Seer and a Dragunov? Don't have a thought because I've never done it. That all yo guns? It's all the guns you need to see. I've browsed the sites. How are the hoodies going, by the way? He's getting them finalized and stuff. I'll probably have them at the end of the month. You'll get them all before Christmas for sure, but it's taking longer just because he's very busy right now. Please, no Fruit of the Loom. I'm not 100% sure, but they're thicker. They're not as thick as Carhartts, but they're going to be pretty good. What's your favorite gun on that wall behind you? The favorite gun on the wall tonight is probably my PO1. Followed by my SPO1, I would say. Yeah, I don't buy shit real retail. For me, it's mostly oddball shit or things that are really hard to find. I got my Bren 2, but it was only like $1,000. Yep. Turn 50 next month. I'm going to buy a Shadow 2 or a Staccato P. I'd go with the Shadow 2 before the Staccato P. I think the Shadow 2 will outshoot a stock Staccato. Demo Ranch is boring. Hickok is king. Hickok is a sellout. Your silver plaque should be gold, in my opinion. I wish it was. No, Osmonic is. I'm 45, so I might as well be 50. I'm an old young man. I'm a CZ fanboy, so the CZ Shadow 2 is very appealing. I've had them. I've had the standard Shadow 2. I've had the black. I've had the black and blue single action. I had the tactical sport orange, but I sold that to Stone. My Shadow 2 out of the box is a tack driver. Or a taco driver. You might not be actually typoing. Shadow 2 is a better pistol than any Staccato. Thank you. Have I ever shot someone? No, I have not. My type of sniper. What's your thoughts on the CZ P10C? P10C is good. You should definitely get one. HKCC, it's too little too late. There's no reason to have a subcompact right now. We've kind of swung past subcompact and we're into full-size guns again. So you got the Fuse, the XLs of everything, the MC9 long slide, all this fuller size guns. So I think the CC is just too small. My P10F is fantastic. Nice. If it ain't a Glock, it ain't shit. I fully agree with you, Sean. If it's a Glock, it's shit. 100%. If it's shit, it's Glock. 100%. I got an M9A1 looking for a good way to mount an RMR. If it's a newer one, you can just get an adapter plate, but if it's older, you're gonna have trouble. You're just gonna have to do like a rear sight replacement or have it milled out, and they're both kind of. I'd rather mill one because a rear sight optics mount is never that good. You just hit the like, thank you. They're saying it looks like a Taurus, the HK. I don't see it. It does. I'm from Asia. What's the best weapon in your opinion? One that you train with and that you're proficient with. It doesn't matter if it's a sharp goddamn stick or a howitzer. As long as you train with it and you're proficient with it and you're safe with it, that's your best weapon. Nighthawk long slide will be mine one day. Nice. Heard anything about Cajun Gunworks? They do primarily CZ custom work. Yeah, I have the PO1 has a Cajun Gunworks trigger in it, and I have the flat face single action is going in the SAR. They sit 10 miles above the bore. Yeah, they do. Hey, I'm thinking about getting an AK, which is a good one. I was thinking about buying the M70. The Zastava is definitely a good way to go. Arsenal, they're very expensive, but they're pretty damn high quality. And you can get some sentries that are reliable, but I would recommend like the BFT, the Balch Front Trunnion, seems to be of better quality. Bro, skip my comment and I did a super chat. You did a super chat. Yes, you did, but there's a lot of comments, Jackson. What's the gun? Second row over, third one down, the brown one. That is a CZ83. Okay, thank you. You're welcome. Have you tried K2? The 45 ACP SAR, I have. It's cool. I want one in stainless. The only one I had was black, and I didn't want to buy it. The new Canik MC9 long slide, I just bought the standard when it released. Yeah. What's the small gun? It's a Jennings J22. Nice hat. Thank you. AR-15, in my opinion, is better than AK, but that's just because you can do more things with it. It's easier to caliber swap an AR than it is an AK. I love when people get mad that I skip their comments and their comment is stupid. CZ guy, huh? I'm in a bit of a CZ kick. I was in a SIG kick a couple months ago, so right now I'm in a CZ kick, yeah. So is SAR a Turkey copy brand, or what's the deal with the company? SAR Shamals is a Turkish brand. They do manufacture their own guns. They actually manufacture guns that are used for like Turkish military and stuff. Like the SAR 9 is their own design, even though it kind of looks HK and Glock 17-ish. But they also produce the CZ clones. CZ's fantastic. P10 line is incredibly underrated. Yep. AK is largely going off name recognition. AK-47s are the same thing as Glocks, in my opinion. They're mediocre at best, but they're reliable, which makes people think that they're good. And that's the problem we have in society. It's the same problem with Apple. I bring up Apple all the time because their shit is so mediocre. They have 3-generation old computers that they're selling for more than they should be, like nowadays. And they use mediocrity, loose tolerances, and bad design in order to make a gun that's reliable. And the American public, the world public in general, just accepts them as good guns. Why do you think that there's so many jokes about them not being accurate? Oh, could it be because of how loose their tolerances are? Yeah. Great company from Turkey. Yeah, EAA is different, is decent. Is a convicted felon in Texas allowed to carry a gun in California or Michigan? Well, if you have a concealed carry because you've had your rights restored and you go to a state that has reciprocity, yes. I have a 365 XL I love, but it was stolen with my car. What carry would you recommend? I honestly don't have an option for you, dude. I don't carry small guns. I look like your friend's dad. Nice. By the way, nice guns. No problem. Got a call from the gunsmith. My Lebel 1886 is fixed until he took the magazine apart to clean the inside, and my magazine spring was broken 3 places. At least it wasn't the gun that was broken 3 places. Shield Plus, you have 20,000 rounds through the Shield platform with one malfunction in the 2.0. Yeah, the Shield Plus is a good option. What is it, 12 or 13 rounds? Smaller gun. Reliable. Decent triggers. CZ versus Beretta, I'll take CZ every day. Okay, so they're not accurate at all. At 100 yards, an AK can be accurate, but you can take a bone stock 223 AR-15 with iron sights to 500 yards if you're a competent shooter. Have you ever had engraving done on any of your firearms? No, I have not. YCZ, personal. Just I like them better. I think they have better quality. They're more accurate. They have less issues. Carry with 13 round mag, but you can also get 15s. Nice. I heard you talking about Turkey Firearms Company. I was looking at getting a Toros, a Tori. Oh, who? T-Sauce? Just stopping by. Thank you, numbered. Do I know if 1776 has fixed their problem? No. Unfortunately, I don't think they have because it's a byproduct of the manufacturing process. Because it's a compressed core without any lead or metal, molten metal. It's a compressed powder. It's just going to snap. I don't have that many rounds into a shield, but probably 10K, and yeah, I've had not any issues. Nice. Mag spring's probably the easiest part to get made. Yep. California does not honor Texas's license to carry. Thank you for the info, because CZ makes the finest handguns in the world. Would you trust your life with a high point? Sure. As long as I've done some shooting with it and I've had time behind the trigger, I would trust my life to a CM9. California does not honor anything but CCP. You come here, you give up all freedoms, but we give you sun. You want to have nice time out here, that's fine. We're going to make it hot. You're not going to know what snow is, and you give up all your liberties, but it's going to look nice. Mag spring is easy to get made for sure, unless it's tubular or magular spring. In this case, it's very specific spring since it was a French gun. Nice. Is CZ worth the price if you're not into competitive shooting? It all depends on where you're going. Like, you can get the P10s, absolutely. They're in the $400 range, but even a P01, stock one, they're like $500-600, which is really good for an all-metal gun. The SPO ones are a little bit more expensive. They're definitely worth it. Love the accent, thank you. Listen, comrade, CCP is freedom, Trump is Hitler. Get it correct. I don't talk about any political parties. I don't want to be angering Putin. I got my CZP-10F for like $325 dirt cheap for an amazing firearm. Absolutely. I can right now get the 45 caliber P10F for under $500. With dealer costs, I can get it closer to $400. No, they aren't. So if you compare that PO1 at $500, let's say you can get them for, because they're all over the place for $500, to a Glock 19 at $500, that is the superior handgun. Has double action, single action, 15+1 capacity, metal sights, much better gun. Much better trigger too. You've been looking at the 45 ACP one too. Yeah, I'm waiting for them to come out with a threaded barrel option for it. Does every handgun behind you have duplicates behind you? Because some of them look like the same but different colors. That's why I asked. No. So the only one that I would call a duplicate is that's an SPO1 and that's a PO1. So that's basically a smaller version of that. But that's a Sarshamal's K12 Sport. That's a Chris Sphinx. Those are all different versions of a 75. That's an HK. That is a Ruger. That's another CZ. But then over here, you got the Springfield Echelon, the Smith & Wesson 5906, and the 1911. So they're all actually different guns. You paid 18. You definitely paid $400 out the door. Selling it was the stupidest thing. Yeah, CZ75 for $400 is a hell of a good deal. CZ Nocturne is better than a 19, 100%. Got it, the PO1 and PO9 in discontinued color for $500. I made like 18K in the last 3 days in my trust, so I am good. Hey, you should donate. Which is the cheapest one? Probably that one. Used to have the EAA B6P clone of a CZ75. Oh, those are good firing guns. Pistol sounds like someone comparing a Walther P38 and a P1. It's a good way of putting it, dude. Hello. They all look the same to me, but I'm not a gun expert. Plus, you're seeing them from quite a distance, honestly. If you were to be playing with them, then it would be much clearer the differences in the gun. How many guns do you have? I don't know, Hannah. How you doing today? What's a gun everyone shits on but you like? 1911s? All these newer up-and-coming millennials shit on my 1911s. But honestly, none. You're doing better. Glad to hear it. When it came to Glocks, I definitely had a 19X with some trigger time. It was a remote hole puncher. Okay. It's bigger if you play it. What? Glocks are shinier too, right, Lamau? Yep. Hey, DeFamous. I also have a Turkish CZ clone. It's actually not that bad. The metallurgy is pretty solid for the aluminum body. I've got the Tanfoglio, the Italian Witness, and then I have the SAR up there. Am I a staccato brother? Mm-mm. It's overpriced. I am buying an STI Grandmaster, hopefully by the end of the month. You like Bursa pistols? Bursa's fine. I don't have a lot of trigger time behind like the Thunder or anything, but they're okay. Hannah, I don't really understand your question. You're saying which gun is expected one and how much do they cost? Are you meaning expensive? Guns can run anywhere from 300 bucks all the way up to 100 grand depending on who makes them. The average gun that I have in like a metal gun is probably between $600 and $1,000. Metal guns are always more expensive than their polymer counterparts. Most of my 1911s are 1100 and up, but that's just where they are. Thank you for shipping my shirt. You're welcome, Drunk Mouse. When I move to Texas, I want a wall mount like that in the back. I'm planning on putting up full slat wall. It's expensive to do an entire wall out of slat wall or an entire room out of slat wall. So as soon as I can get the money together, I will. B16 got stolen by ex-girlfriend's son. Cops don't even care. I'm still searching for the wannabe thug. Yeah, that sucks, dude. I think you can still buy them. Biggest difference in use case between 115 and 124 grain 9mm. 124 grain is technically NATO rounds. The heavier round, it's going slower. So if you have hollow points, they might expand better than the 115 grain hollow points. Also, if you want to shoot suppressed. How much is your EDC? My EDC right now is a Para Ordnance Black Ops 1911. The retail or the resell on it, Para Ordnance is out of business, but Gunbroker for a Para Ordnance Blackout or Black Ops is about $1,200. 500 is average. Yeah, absolutely, dude. And again, some of the money I pay for guns, I get guns because I have so many friends in the industry at a price that most normal people can't get them for. And I'm not humble bragging by saying that. I've done a lot of fucking work to get these discounts. And so I don't pay anywhere near retail. So even though the gun's worth $1,200, I didn't even pay close to that. I can see you turning your room into a gun show floor. Well, this is actually going to be the gun room for my FFL. So I have a door that's dead bolted, doesn't have a doorknob, so it's only dead bolted, and it's got security in here. The back, there are no exterior walls to go through to get into this room, and you don't even know this room exists from the front of the store. So in general, it serves the purpose. Can I have a gin for free? No problem. You want some vermouth with that? Make a nice drinky. Appreciate you answering my questions. I look forward to seeing your videos more. Thank you. Can I get the streamer's attention? I don't know. Can you? What's your favorite NFA thing you have right now? The only NFA thing I have right now is my suppressor. Hello, Dave. So it's a difference of goes faster or hits harder. Pretty much, Crypto. That's exactly it. This is Matt Lauer's room. I used to bring cookies to guys at Southern Guns in Longwood, Florida for years before they started giving me good prices. Well, I just, like you said, I don't know what it is. All my gun buddies that work at places, I'm friends with them. I'm that guy that goes in and doesn't ask for a deal, and it automatically gets me deals. I'm not going to tell you how much, but I paid almost half the normal cost for that 460 XVR. Long slide. I need to get one and shoot it. I don't really have an opinion on it yet. Do you think WTC 7 collapsed due to fire? Number 7 collapsed due to a degradation of the foundation, potentially due to fire, but it could have also had to do with the immense weight that came down from number 2 coming down next to it. Does Joe like nicotine? No, he does not. No one ever brings me cookies. I'm sending you cookies with your gun. FFLs are a pain in the butt, but I've been through the process. It's, a process. Okay. Who would win, Homelander or Superman? Superman all day long. Homelander can't even lift an airplane. I'd give you a deal. If you become a good customer, then maybe they might do something for you over time. Pretty much. Dude, my range trip was huge success. The heavy buffer worked perfectly and less recoil. Glad to hear it, Drunk Mouse. Your Ruger Mark IV has 6,800 rounds through it. Dude, that's a lot of rounds. Good for you. Time to invest in a nice little Car 15 clone. I'm not a fan of those. Do you believe in airsoft shooting to work in form? Oh, yes, for like trigger discipline and stuff. You just got to make sure you get one that's a one-to-one replica. The SIGs have a problem because they have a rotating magazine for the pellet gun version. So you need to make sure that it has the same style. But yes, in general, using airsoft is a great way to train for real guns. You obviously don't get the slam from like recoil at the same level as you do with regular ammunition, but it's 100% a valid way to train. Weren't you wearing a bra the other day? I was wearing a bikini top. Thoughts on Canics in general? Love your content. Canics are a good brand. I like them. I shoot them well. I don't normally keep them because the only ones I want are steel frame guns right now. And the only one they make is like $1,000 or $900, and I'm not paying retail for it. Deal started coming after the cookies. Yep. Hey, bro, I want to ask you questions. As long as they're actual questions, Keviv, go for it. I'm not a fan of Canics. Hey, to each their own. If you're not, you're not. Glock or 1911? 1911s. Do I have a Desert Eagle 5080? Why with all the question marks? Just ask the questions like a normal person, please. Not anymore. I sold my Desert Eagle. People think Canic on the same level as Taurus. Trust. I want an artillery Luger from World War I next for my collection. Hey, with your curios, you should be able to find one and buy one. How many 1911s do you have? Right now, not counting the Grandmaster I'm buying, 12. I like the third gun on the first row. Which way? I found one online. It was in rough shape, but I'm matching all the way in PA for about $17.50. I'll drive it to you for another $1,000. Are they all chambered in 45? Nope. Some of them are 9. I think 8 of them are 45 though. From left to right. Oh, so the one there, that's a TSOS Bantam. That one actually belongs to McManus, and that one is my PO1. Is that an AR on the bottom? Yes, that is an AR. Are you a police? Nope. You have a lot of likes for a non-cross-dressing live stream. Yes, we do. Cross-dressing is always on the table, assuming the money comes with it. By the way, do you love God? I don't acknowledge a God, an individual God. Can the AR shoot? You know, it's one of those guns that for some reason doesn't shoot unless I'm shooting it. What optic is on your AR? Primary arm Cyclops. Dumbest gun purchase you've ever made? I bought a Springfield Prodigy and sold it the next morning. Joe, I got my Milsurp Flecktarn holster on eBay for my P1 today. It looks amazing. Nice, dude. Got it today at the Alice Clips. Nice. Do you have any Glocks? Yes, but they don't go on the wall because Glocks are boring. There's a God. What would he carry and what would be chambered in? Something tells me he'd carry a Mauser of some sort. Why did you sell it? Honestly, I did it because I traded a gun I didn't want for it, and then I traded the gun for money, and I made a big profit. So My favorite concealed carry guns are always full-size 1911s. Keith, you have a good night too. He will be carrying the large caliber. New setup room. This is actually my gun room, so it will be getting a lot of more guns up on the wall eventually. Money means more guns. Money means I get to buy my guns back. So I have 24 guns that are pawned right now that I need to get back. And if you notice, I keep adding guns and changing guns. So you think it'll mess up the finish if I keep it in the holster? Inserting and drawing are what cause wear to your gun. If it doesn't already have wear, then it could cause wear, but I wouldn't be too worried about it. Do you have an FN scar? Nope. Are you buying a Grandmaster race gun? Yes. I put it on layaway. It's the blue and silver STI Grandmaster and 38 Super with the Seymour sight already on it. It's the gray Seymour sight. What's the little pistol? That is a Jennings J22. My leg broke. Sorry to hear that. Is it a 5.56 or a 300 black? Oh, it's a 223 wild. But because it's an AR, it can easily become a 300 blackout. Hey, your friend Matt works at STI. Okay. If you handle enough STI firearms, you'll get one checked by Matt, I promise you. Well, considering that they're not STI anymore and they don't build the race guns. He's the one that shoots all those 3-round groups with the 1/2 inch on all the test guards. Got it. Bro has the arsenal for the quiet kid. Is the Beowulf still on your radar at all? Not really. It's still there. Silver gun on the top right corner is called the SAR K12 Sport. Do I like Berettas? Berettas are fine. Do you know if it's normal for the P1 to have a lot of recoil? Do you think I need to change springs? Because of the design of it, recoil is a thing with it. It's obviously a pretty light slide trying to take all that. I don't know if it's got that recoil impulse because the springs might be old. Would you ever have an M4? Not unless I got a hell of a deal on it. Do you got a Glock with an extended mag? I don't run extended mags. Do you have a Lago Alien? Nope, I wish I did. Magnum PI 1911. I thought he had something other than a 1911. What's the third row down middle? That is a CG83. Oh, fuck, my back is going out. I don't really answer the most expensive gun question, sorry. Where are you from? My mommy's belly. Oh, cool. Thanks, Joe. It has an alloy frame with the hex reinforcement to the frame. I think it has a lot of recoil. I need to get used to it. Could be. There was a Bigfoot called Fat Queso. Okay. Do you have a favorite handgun? I like the 1911 platform the most. But I like a lot of hammer-fired steel frame guns. Favorite gun on the rack. Favorite gun on the rack is probably my PO1 right now. So what are you going to use the Grandmaster for? Just out at the range, plinking, stuff like that. I mean, it's got the big-ass compensator on the front. It's just because you don't see STI guns come up here in Northern Virginia very often, and the fact that one came up and I'm getting it for a price that I consider very fair is the reason why I'm buying it. Full-size hammer fired is definitely my preference. Nice. No, it's not a Beretta 92. It's a Model 51. You can email me if you want. I don't have the same setup, so I can't just spin the camera to show the emails, though. Under 4K? Way under 4K. Yeah, I'll take a look at whatever you send me, dude, but I need to bring my other computer in here because, again, all my emails and shit aren't on there. Just get rid of them, SFR. How many STIs do you have? I don't have any STIs right now. I have dated a lot of loose women, though, so you never know. But in terms of the gun company, I actually don't own any right now. Hey Jackson, welcome back. Yes, definitely under 3. Would you ever have a 1911 chambered in 45? Yeah, the vast majority of my 1911s are in 45. Is that an M17 next to your play button? No, that is a Chris Sphinx SDP and a CZ PL1. M17 has a 4.7 inch barrel. You can only catch those pesky STIs once, so it's fine. I'm not talking price, FV, but yeah. What's the top right middle row? I don't want to keep doing this. 1911, please. Thank you. Tiny pistol is a Jennings J22. Where the fuck is Jackson? I didn't see his name up here. I have so much lag going right now. There it is. Had a big din-din. Do I like the Remington Model 700? I don't really play with long guns much, but it's a good brand. Text me later. All right, McManus. Is the Seymour inverted? No, it's the long Seymour. It kind of looks like a rifle sight. Plans for the weekend. Sleep. He's so tiny. I bet it has a good personality, though. Talking about my Jennings? Oh, yeah, man. That thing will save your life. He's like the best wingman ever. Favorite gun behind me is the CZP01. It's that one. All right, one-man army. You have a good one. I'll only go to 10 o'clock tonight. I'm getting sick, and I have such a bad headache starting right now. Above average American. Thank you, Sam. I understand that is that it's turned and mounted on its side. No, it's not mounted on its side. So the Grandmaster has the full mount that goes into the frame. It comes up over the top of the slide, and the Seymour mounts just in its regular position. I don't answer if I can only have one gun, because if I can only have one gun, that means I did something wrong, so I wouldn't have any guns. Jackson, the election was 3 days ago, brother. Would you EDC a Stallard Maverick? Maybe. Have I heard of goat guns? I've heard of them. I've played with them. It's been a while. They kind of fell off. They were really popular for a while. They kind of did the Funko Pop thing where they were really popular. Are these real guns? I don't know. I can't see what you got in your hand, man. They might be real. They might be fake. They might be imaginary. What do you think? Drop it lower. Oh, no. This one is just its standard design. Look up the STI Grandmaster Silver and Blue in 38 Super, and it's just a standard one. Shout out from Australia. Much love. Hey, Zach. Thank you very much for watching, man. Like I said, I wish I could display it the way I would in the other room, but I can't. I'd have to pick up the camera and move it all the way over. And the internet's being a pain in the ass. It's being a big bitch. Speaking about being a big bitch, I'm a big bitch. You guys should like me for being a big bitch. Hitting the like tells Google, hey, this guy's worth promoting, and they're like, hey, you know what? His information is actually okay. He's not telling people how to build autos. He's not throwing switch and shit. So you guys hitting the like, interacting, leaving comments and all that stuff tells Google, hey, promote this guy. And then I get Google's money. I don't want your money. I want Google's money. If you had to survive zombies, what gun will you use? Shotgun. Shotgun gives you the most destructive force with the largest variety of ammunition. I live streamed a couple guns the other day and was immediately taken down. Yeah, if you touch them in any way, yes. Is that a Jericho 9mm? No, that is a Sarshmal's K-12 Sport. I liked you a while ago, still do. Thank you. Just mailed your photo in my P1 new holster. Let me know what you think. What's the smallest gun you own? I've got a Colt Junior 25 ACP. Just like the video. Thanks for a reminder. No problem. Is it okay to mix a day of shooting at the range and nitrous oxide? As long as you do it after you go shooting, I don't care what you do. You like staccatos? No, they're overpriced. I'm getting a full race gun for less than the cost of a staccato. So staccatos are massively overpriced. If they were half the price, then they'd be worth it. A full staccato XL should be $2,000 at the most, not $4,000. Especially since they're not frickin' custom guns anymore. They're mass-produced guns. Sorry, Drunk Mouse, I don't have that email set up on this computer, so I can't. Prodigies are fine. Prodigies, they're at least within a price point that makes them worth it. They need a little bit of work, but they're okay. Expect to get more unhinged 1 a.m. emails tonight. I don't know. He might not. He's just being a little bitch, and I gave him his money back, so I don't want to fucking hear about it. You should outbid me on the staccato P. It's too much money to spend. I don't want to spend $3,000. No, I'm good. Sorry, Drunk. What's the funnest gun you own in your opinion? Any of my 1911s. I shoot my 1911s well, so. But John Week domain. What? Should I send to your other email? Will that work? No. Drunk, I'm sorry. It's not set up on this computer and this computer is acting up. I'm sorry. Just saying that just made my computer freeze. So, sorry. You ever feel forgotten? Remember Alec Baldwin shot multiple people. Okay. Yeah, Drunk, I will definitely take a look at it and I will mention it on the next stream, I promise. What gun is the most powerful gun you own? The one I stick in your face. In terms of caliber, I've got the 460 Smith & Wesson Magnum. I've also got a 4570 lever action. So those are probably my best ones right now. Love you. Thank you, Fortnite. Hi there. How you doing right now? We're hanging out all right. I'm feeling like really sick tonight, so I'm not going to be on here much longer. You're the best. Do you have any weekend plans? Dude, I'm just going to go to sleep. I'm feeling so sick right now. Would you have an FN45? I've had a bunch of them, my friend. I keep selling them. Hey, the boy. It's a racial slur, Sam. Look it up on Google. Would you want a Thompson in 7.62 by 25? No, that's just a weird build, man. Thank you for your time. No problem, Solemn. Me and my wife both feel you there. We're both been exhausted, been on a really shitty schedule. It's more of I'm actually getting physically sick. It's not a tired thing. I'm just literally getting physically sick. I have an M4 and a Glock 45. Well, there you go. Sorry for that, I got mad. Okay. Did you sell the Pontiac? Yeah, I sold it to Stonehaven. He gave it to his mom. I actually drove it down to North Carolina. Sorry, I was sick last week and had a fever, no energy, just rested, drank a lot of water, took vitamin C and lots of sleep. I'll probably be fine tomorrow. I think this is just a 24-hour bug. Like, I have no desire to eat. I had 2 pieces of bread today, so. I don't have a fever. I'm feeling like a body cold. It's not even a head cold. It's just one of those weird colds. You are German? Are you sure about that? Bro, just hop the stream and eat some chicken noodle soup and water. No, I'll stop at 10. I figure giving you guys 3 hours is decent. If you could only have one caliber of shotgun, it would be 12 gauge. I don't like any of those small guns, Travis. Sorry, 1911 for me, bro. Maybe. Hope you feel better. I think I had the flu or something. That sucks, Drunk. Can we see that's easy in the top right, please? That thing looks sweet. Can't pick up guns on live streams. Sorry, brother. Ja, ich bin Deutscher. My throat hurt too and my muscles ache. Yeah, well, like I said, I'm feeling it, and it sucks, and I'm glad you're feeling better. But like I said, it'll probably hit me tonight, and I got to get up early in the morning because I'm going flea marketing. So we'll see what happens. All you people that haven't subscribed, you're all a bunch of weirdos who haven't subscribed, and you're entertaining me. I know. It actually shows me when you come in. I'm just fucking with you guys. But thanks for coming and hanging out, guys. I really appreciate that. The wall will get even better over time because I'm working on getting slat wall hopefully next month. And then once I buy back the other 24 guns I have sitting in a pawn shop, then I'll put them all out. And there'll be like 40 some guns on the wall. I love those guns. Thank you, Jacob. What's the longest barrel you've seen on a pistol? Well, Demolition Ranch put a 28-inch barrel on a Smith & Wesson 500. First gun was a Savage 115 single shot 22. I had to pull the bolt back and release it like a slingshot to shoot it. I've seen those, or something like that one. Do you follow Jesus? No, a bunch of people followed Jesus for a long time. It didn't end well for them. You're the first to notice me. Oh. Try to drink lots of fluids, like even though it's just Gatorade. Nah, I've been drinking a lot of water. I've had half of this today, so. Got a haircut and shave today, and I'm hoping to surprise Mrs. Mouse when she gets home. I also have to meet a client on Tuesday. Well, I hope that goes well. What model is that, CZ? The top one is actually a Sarshamals K12. It's a clone. The one below it is an SP01. Okay, well, that's okay. May God have mercy on your soul. Well, no. Relying on a deity to have mercy on me is bullshit. I'll just have mercy on myself. That's Kool-Aid, not water. No, it's a sugar-free drink mix in water. Bye. See you, Hans. You have a good one. Have fun dancing with the devil. You know the devil only killed 3 people, whereas your God killed millions. Just saying. Trust me, I know Kool-Aid, and that's not Kool-Aid. Do you hunt, and if so, what for? I don't hunt. I would go hunting, but only one person has ever actually legitimately offered, and I missed the time to go. How much is the rifle? It's not for sale. If you want to duplicate it, it'll run you a little over $3,000. Not worried, just amazing to have to get annoying to wear a suit and meet this client just to fix his trust account. I'll just sign his trust account over to me. Hey, John, you know what happens when somebody just uses all caps? Did someone say the CZSP01 also comes in stainless? Someone said the P01 comes in a full stainless frame. Rose always in the background supporting. Appreciate that, Chi. I'm guessing that's Shy Till I Die, so Chicago. No way a black guy just said that. What? Who? Who's a black guy? No, I like the setup. Oh. Do you like Beretta? Beretta's fine. It's just they don't build anything really innovative, so I don't really keep many of them. I've had so many 92s, it's ridiculous, and I always sell them because there's not one that I give a crap about. What's your favorite long gun? My favorite long gun currently is my Winchester 1894 30-30 lever action. It was my grandfather's, and it's pre-World War II. Yep, Chicago Till I Die. You got it. Awesome, dude. Oh, the guy that fact checked the Kool-Aid. Oh, Stookie's been around for a long time. The first time he ever came into the chat, he tried convincing everybody he had a Hellcat that he was like 800 months into payments or some shit. He's just a weird dude. At the gun store, it was common for people to bring business clients to the range. Nice. He only has around 14K in his trust account. That's a weird. Do I own any Star Model Bs? No, I sold my last one, and I really want to get the BM9 again. That won't take long living in Chicago. Lol. 308 or 223? I usually prefer a 350 Hemi. Your Winchester pre-64 or post? It's a 1939. His normal account. though. It's just annoying because he's got 500K. What does he keep moving his trust to his normal? Every time he gets a release for his trust account, he moves it. His trust account. Hey, Wrenches, welcome back. I'm what you might call a watcher. I used to have a Jimenez JA9. Nice. You have a Glock. Yes, I have several Glocks, but they're boring-ass guns that don't belong on my wall. I'd rather have a Jennings J22 than a Glock. Keep waiting to visit Chicago just for the museums. Yeah, well, the best part about Chicago is when you drive through it at 3 o'clock in the morning and you're doing 90 and everybody's passing you. Is the Beretta Italian or Egyptian? That is actually the Model 51, and it is actually Italian. Do you get post-nut clarity after unloading a clip? What's a clip? Other than Fulton Armory, what's the best American-made AK? Probably Arsenal. What's your gun would you recommend for a first-timer? Whatever fits your hand, man. Go to a gun store. Go to a gun range. If you can go to a range that rents guns, you'll find out what fits your hand well. You want the biggest gun that you can comfortably carry concealed as your gun, or comfortable gun to carry, period. Then you practice with it. Then you get really good shooting it, and then you get really good at using it, and then you never have to use it, which is the way you want guns to be. Since when does Fulton make AK? I don't know. Those are cool guns behind you. Thank you, Trenton. I don't know, man. His trust account's all messed up. I got to redo the trust with him on Tuesday, and it's kind of not worth my time. Charge him $50,000 million. As in the one behind you. Yep. Yeah, like I said, it's the Italian one. What's a clipazine? What's the best gun you own? Probably whatever one I currently have in front of me loaded, brother. My SP 2022 will be in tomorrow. Awesome, dude. Let me know how you like it when you shoot it. Could have been. He might have been referring to an M1 Garand. What's the most reliable gun brand? Unfortunately, probably Glock. Can I see your Glock? Nope. Scream as loud as you can. There you go. People should stop asking about Glocks. He's clearly a professional. He would obviously have one. You're just asking because it's popular, like the AK. It's weird. It fosters a community. It's weird that YouTube fosters this kind of thinking. When people are doom scrolling through their vertical lives, they don't know what they're looking for. So when they come across a stream like mine, they just ask questions, and I'm fine with that, and I'll answer them when they're reasonable. But just so you guys know, terms of service, I cannot pick up firearms on live streams. I will not go and grab any of my firearms while I'm on a live stream. I will not do anything to endanger my live stream. So that's all there is to it. He loves Glock so much he has a rainbow Glock tattoo. I'm actually coloring in the rainbow because fuck Nabob. What's my small gun called? It's Big Dick McDick Dick, but it's also a Jennings J22. I don't talk about political things. I did vote, but I'm not telling you who for. Smallest handgun I own is a Colt Jr. in 25 ACP. What's your take on Daniel Defense? I can hardly find any info on it. I hardly only made 300 for gun stores. Daniel Defense is fine. It's a good gun. You can buy one. You don't have to do anything to it. You can just run them, which is the point of spending that kind of money on a gun. I personally like to personalize my own guns. I've never put my hands on one of those Pro Customs. I've never even seen one in real life myself, so I don't really have a take on it. I pooped earlier. Oh, sorry. What gun would you recommend for a kid? If they're just starting out shooting, probably something like a Cricket single action, bolt action. You can get them in pistol variants. You can get them in long guns. But I would get them a single shot 22 to start, and then you can start working them up. You already told us who you voted for, Captain Crunch for president. I know, but it's over. Doesn't matter who I voted for. Doesn't matter. I can bitch all I want because I voted, but doesn't matter. Best red dot for a pistol. The more you can afford, there are levels of quality when it comes to red dots for pistols. Trijicon, like the RMRs, are some of the best red dot pistols, but Hollow Sun is a great option if you don't want to spend that much money. Swamp Foxes are usually around 200 bucks, and they're pretty damn quality. No Glock on the wall. Have you ever messed with the Canic TTI? No, I haven't, because the TTI is not really a TTI. It's a Canic that uh, was they paid Terran Tactical to put his name on their gun. That's why it's the only TTI that sells for at or below MSRP. It's just a Meta Pro with a freaking compensator on it. I'd rather buy a $600 Meta Pro and have the same gun. Hope you feel better, Joe. A couple friends called me. I gotta go call them back on my back. Like I said, I'm ending at 10, so if you don't come back, I'll see you on Monday, brother. Bazooka, you got one? No. You're 49 years old and today bought myself a box of dude, I love buying weird cereals. Cookie Crisp is awesome. You can eat that without cereal milk. I just called milk cereal milk. What about a water pistol? Well, I was going to answer your question until you decided to be an idiot. Have I ever messed with the Ruger 57? I've handled them. I haven't shot one. I've got the PSA Rock and the unfortunately, I have the T-Sauce, but I've got the T-Sauce PX57 as well. What's the next handgun after the 22? Depending on how well they handle it, I would move them up to like a revolver and like 38 special, and then you can move them to a 9mm semi-automatic, and then if they show proficiency, just keep moving them up. Otherwise, keep them at a level that they're comfortable with. Long guns, you can definitely step them up if they can prove they can handle like the 22 well. You can step them up to like an AR-15 or even like a Ruger Predator or an Savage Axis with the adjustable triggers. They're like 400 bucks in any of the calibers they make, and those would be good upgrades. Have I shot the Smith Bodyguard 2.0? No, I haven't. I've played with it though. Colt Python, they're fine, but I prefer the Ruger guns, better triggers. No, I will not be putting a heater packet from an MRE on a mini Mountain Dew. That would be an interesting grenade though. Beautiful guns. Thank you, Chemist. Your Python with 357 has no recoil at all. What's a gun you can't live without? All of them. You're either Mexican or North Korean. I can't tell which one. Haha, the joke is on you. I'm from Uruguay. Have you ever had an ND? Yes, I have. And anybody that tells you they haven't is either a liar or lucky. Especially since I didn't grow up around shooting and I had to learn the hard lessons myself. Your buddy wants to come over tonight and I want to spend time with Mr. Mouse. I've had friends like that. Tell your buddy he's got to wait. Eastman Ganolian. You got buckshots or any Dragon's Breath? Two totally different things. I have buckshot. I don't have Dragon's Breath. It's expensive. In terms of the ND, I had a Tokarev TT33, a real one, a pre-import rules TT33, so no external safeties and none of the import markings on it, but I had just re-blued the gun, and I took it out. I loaded it, put it in my safe, and then I took it out the next day, dropped the mag without thinking about it, and I was looking at the trigger, and I touched the trigger and it had a super light trigger in it, and I ND'd into a wall. Luckily I was in a basement, so it was fine, but it was pretty fucked up. So you lived in Germany and emigrated to South America. I did live in Baumholder for a little. Actually, I lived in a place called Neubrücke. If anybody's from Germany, you'll know what I'm talking about. Neubrücke. It's a favorite shotgun you own. I've got a Mossberg 930 Tactical as my runnings. I have a big ugly import marking on my P1, dude. I was thinking about your ND story the other day. Scary stuff. I don't remember you, Aaron. I apologize. Yeah, well, you know, it could have been really bad because my face was this close to it. Luckily, the ejection port was on the other side, and I wasn't looking down it. I was looking at it sideways. But yeah, it could have been pretty bad. Do I like the Mossberg 940? The 940 is fine, but I already had the 930, so there was no reason to upgrade. And the first year of the 940s, when I was still selling guns, they were having some gassing issues, so I really didn't see a need to upgrade. You've watched the stream. Nice. Ghost sights or bead? On my 930, it's got a red dot. You lived in Hesse, Germany, 30-minute drive from Frankfurt. Nice. So Neubrücke was just out. It was about a 35-minute drive from Baumholder because Germany, they don't cut through their mountains; they build around them. And then I think we were like an hour and a half or 2 hours from Frankfurt. Yes, you got to be so careful. Yep. Remember when somebody said, "I wish I was like you before"? No, sorry, dude. Unfortunately I get tens of thousands of views, my friend. I'm sorry. Right size, second from top, CZ or CZ clone. The second from the top, that's a CZP SPO1. Have I ever seen The Godfather? Yes. How about Beretta A300, not the 1301? The 300, like Ultima, I really like. It's a good value. It's kind of like getting a Mossberg 500 versus a 590. It's a very capable gun. I went on vacation to Stalingrad and it was all right. A lot of people went on vacation to Stalingrad one year. It didn't end well. If you throw a can of green beans in a fire, it will blow the frick up. A lot of canned foods will explode under the heat because anything with a water or a liquid base to them, anything that has liquid inside the can will create steam, and steam is exponentially less dense, so it will actually create more pressure because of the steam. Have you ever heard somebody who said that it's a pump behind you? Remember when I said that? No, Aaron, stop, brother. Yeah, I know who that is, Capybara. Would never leave the gun and take the cannoli. I would eat the cannoli while taking the gun. Yeah, like I said, any canned food that has water in it will explode. So unless it's like dried bamboo, it won't. Can of Pam produces a much larger flame than air freshener. Good to know. What am I drinking? Water with a zero sugar fruit drink mix. It's watered down though, so it's a little bit. It tastes like elementary school juice. Have I ever had a hemorrhoid? No. Stopping at 10, yeah. This actually isn't Mio tonight, Drunk Mouse. That one is it's from the dollar store. It's sugar-free Starburst. I know this guy, but I hope you feel better. Thank you. Is Kimber just a name? No, they make decent guns, unless you're SFR. Yeah, but a canister of non-dairy creamer will make a big-ass flame if distributed properly. Yes. Is it good? It's all right. Like I said, it's over-diluted, so it tastes really watered down. I've trained my dog to not be bothered by gunshots. Nice. Yo, how's it going? I started streaming on YouTube. What would you recommend doing to keep viewers watching? I've gone so far as to wear fake tits in a bikini, so I'm probably the wrong guy to ask. You got the macro in 9, nice. Are CZs great out of the box, or does everyone need to get that Cajun Gunworks upgrade? You don't need to do a single thing to a CZ to have a good gun. The Cajun stuff is optional. Glocks have to be upgraded to be good. Like, that SP101 out of the box is an amazing shooting gun. Has no upgrades to it at all. That thing runs excellent. Now, that one has a Cajun Gunworks trigger in it, and it's much lighter double action, but it still didn't need it. I enjoy your show. Rest up. Thank you, Liz. What's the best optics for a handgun at nighttime? Well, you're at night, so you'll be able to see pretty much any dot. Just make sure the glass is clear. So I recommend LMNT electrolytes. They're really healthy for you and taste super good. Still sitting here carrying an original 40 shield. Dude, if it works, carry what you got, man. My boss still carries his Delta Elite, and he's had it since they first came out. So Talk with him. It's what got me here with Jiminy. He interacts with his community, whether new or longtime viewer. That is a good thing, but also consistency. If you're going to be doing lives, I do it 3 times a week. Yeah, I don't always go 6 hours like I used to because there's no reason to. But if you go consistently 1, 2, 3 days a week, that'll build your community. What one would be good in daytime then? Money's the question, man. What are you looking to spend on your red dot? How much money will you make if you sell all your guns? If I sold all of my guns, I could probably buy a Lamborghini and not a Gallardo. Boy, what'd it do? Hey, Philip, what's up? Love the 5906 on the top. Dude, good eye. That is a good eye. A lot of people wouldn't notice that one. I'm also buying a 6906. I don't know what it is, Jimmy, but there's something about you that just draws me in. You are secretly a cult leader. I have that presence. I will not deny that, and I know you. Even if you are bullshitting, I've always realized that. I don't know why, but people really gravitate towards me, and it's really awkward. Like, I've known people for 10 minutes, and all of a sudden I'm their best friend. Hi to me. I would be like $200, bro. Better to go expensive on optic or suppressor. So for about $200, you can usually get a decent Holosun, especially if you go to like Palmetto State's website. They usually put them on sale. So a Holosun has decent glass and is visible in the day. Swamp Box for about $200. They also make pretty decent daytime visible optics. What gun would you say holds the finish best? As much as I hate to say this, Michael, Glock with their QPQ. I think they do a QPQ, or their no, they've got their Diamond Light, their DLC coatings. What age did you shoot your first gun? I was 4. I was actually 38. You're charismatic. Thank you. If you remember, I'm the nerd with the Smith & Wesson 411, so I know some of them. The name is familiar, brother, but that's awesome. Does the Tang of the CG75 get in the way of big hands for CCW? Not really. If anything, the Tang, especially like if you look at those ones, they're a little bit enlarged. They actually help me because when I reach down, I can just slam it into that crook. But I also carry 1911s with enhanced beaver tail, so I'm used to them. You're not BSing, you're being for real. Thank you, sir. And again, it could be the way I speak, my voice, the fact that I try not to say every other sentence. What's your favorite gun? No, I'm just kidding. 1911 platform is my favorite gun. Have a good night. Rest up. I enjoy watching your show tonight. Thank you very much, Liz. I appreciate that. Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, come back, have fun. I love all that stuff. Gun shop in my town was trying to sell the most fricked up, beat up HR partner pump for $250 for an Harrington and Richardson. That's crazy. That's the best looking pegboard I've ever seen. I will be going to Slatwall, so keep your eyes on the channel. Thank you. I really appreciate that, Stormy. Appreciate that one. Best gun for beginner. It's hard for me to tell you what's going to be best for you. I can tell you what guns are reliable. Smith & Wessons, Glocks, Canics, the like. But you need to go and put your hands on a bunch of guns to see which ones fit your hands well. The gun in the middle is just your size. Nice. Feel better, Joe. Good stream. Thanks for mailing my shirt. I'll see you Monday. I want to shower before Miss Mouse gets home. Thank you, Drunk. You have a good one, man. Who's your favorite president? Probably Reagan. Hello, Hans. My name. Taurus G3 is a great gun to start with. Believe it or not, it can be. Just make sure you practice with it. And again, it has to fit your hand. If you're looking for a gun to carry for carry purposes, you need to make sure that it's comfortable. Go with a bigger gun, the biggest gun you can comfortably carry, and then you'll be protected. I don't give a shit if somebody sees the back of my gun printing on my hoodie. It doesn't, but if it did, I'd rather be armed than politically correct. Is a 22 okay for concealed carry? If it's your only option, yes, but I would say that there are a lot of options. You can get like the Light Rack 380s if it's a recoil thing. You can get a lot of 380 guns that shoot almost as soft as a 22 if they are the right builds. Your Jericho, based on the 75, sits fantastically in your hand, and your EDC's a late model XD9 subcompact. Ah, nice choices. The new released handgun, you're talking about the CC9. It's too small now. It came out 4 years too late, in my opinion. It should have come out in like 2020, 2019, and it would have been all right. I don't know what a Musen is, to be honest with you. Thoughts on the Gerson MC9? Oh God, I have not messed with one of those in a long time. They're okay. Been a long time since I've touched any of the Gerson semi-autos. Found you again, my friend. This is awesome. Hey, William, welcome back. Hey, it's this guy. Welcome back, this guy. Unfortunately, we're only going until 10, so you're only going to be here for 5 minutes. Would you give a gun to someone? No, but what I will do is I will report you for harmful and suicide or self-injury. So expect somebody to reach out to you soon. I don't fuck around with that kind of shit on this channel. I'll goof around and I'll make jokes all day long with you guys, but don't come on here saying you're suicidal and don't say you're going to do something. Number one, don't fucking do it. You're more valuable than any of that shit. You don't need to go anywhere. You don't need to be gone. Nobody's going to be happier with you. I tried to kill myself and it sucked, okay? I actually succeeded and they brought my dumb ass back. And ever since then, I promised I would never do it again. That's why I've got 41717 on my arm. That was the day I killed myself, okay? So don't fucking do it. Don't fucking make jokes about it. It's not fucking funny. If you're feeling suicidal, fucking talk to somebody. Get out there right now. Hang up from me. Fucking, if you're on a phone, fucking close this app. Dial 911. 911 is perfectly viable because unfortunately I don't know the suicide hotline number off my head. But call 911. Tell them you're feeling unsafe, and they will send somebody out to you. Don't fuck around with suicide, all right? And it's not a fucking joke. So if you're a dipshit and you think it's fun to make jokes like that, you're gonna have a very, very sad life. That's my public service for right now. Don't be a dick. I look forward to seeing your actual videos. Dude, one went up today. I appreciate that. And sorry if that got a little morbid. Don't fucking joke around with suicide. I don't play that fucking game. Well said. Thank you. Thoughts on the HK45C? I've sold a few to a few of my friends. They seem to like them. I hate the fact that it's left-handed threads and a weird pitch, though. Same here. Thank you, guys. Messed up. No. I love getting rid of people. You know what? In Germany, it's 4 a.m. Guten Morgen. It's worse in Overton Windex's streams. Yeah, so there are streamers out there, and I'm not going to fault any streamer for doing things the way they did. The reason why he's grown his channel faster and bigger than mine is because he literally doesn't give a shit about you guys. I actually care. You know, he doesn't give a shit about what goes on in the comments and stuff. He basically ignores it. He answers like one question every 5 minutes or whatever the fuck he does. I've actually spoken to Overton through text through YouTube because I was having some problems with a couple of my videos being struck like right away during the last apocalypse they had. And he's not a terrible person when he's not on. And I don't like that. So you look like Ice Cube. I've been told that before. You didn't mean anything by it. I really didn't see it. Diesel, you're welcome unless he's playing poker. The fake boobs. You got to pay for that stuff, man. What's your favorite firearm? The 1911 platform is my favorite. Favorite doggo brands, Labradors. Question, what broke into your house and started buying up everything in your house? I don't understand what you just said, man. What's wrong with Hickok? He sells out. You know, he sold out to the NRA and the SDI and USCCA, and he's a sellout. Worst firearm platform? Anything in a Glock. Sorry, it is. It's the most reliable, and it's also the most boring. So at the same time, that makes it the worst. It's kind of like Glocks are like Schrodinger's cats of guns. They're either the best or the worst, but you don't know until you actually shoot one. I don't speak much English. I speak España. Understood. Sorry. Like I said, it's just hard for me to understand what you said, my friend. I'm sorry. Liz, I thought you were going away. Everybody's going away in 2 minutes. Honestly, I feel like any subcompact 40 is the worst platform. Oh, I hated my Glock 27. And that was just because it was the third gun I ever bought. And that was stupid to buy a small frame 40 cal. Physics joke. That's a good note to end on. Thank you. Air Max, good night. You have a good one. Are 22s really on the kind of ammos? Depending on the ammo you use, like you could carry 22s if you use like Federal Punch or CCI Stingers or the uppercuts. I think CCI makes the uppercuts. Get a hollow point that's going super fast. Sorry, your cat. Ah, gotcha. Come on now. High Point is most reliable. Cheap, yeah, but reliable. It points and goes bang. Love the carbines. Lols. Am I wrong for wanting everything that's an old school vehicle and manual and not an automatic? No, I love the manual transmission. I will mourn it when it finally goes away for good. I use a shotgun for home defense, that and a backup 1911. Have you ever had to use a firearm for safety? Nope. Good night, my new friend. Please enjoy your sleep. Have a wonderful day. Thank you. Am I Scottish, British, or German? I'm actually half Korean and half Irish. 23s are capable if you know what you're doing with them and you know a little bit about them. Also, shot placement. Why does my Springfield 45 ACP more recoil than my Glock 21? Spring rates, probably. I'll say the High Point carbines run like a grape. Nice. Love your show. Don't love you, though, since I'm not gay. Have a good... Dude, we can have a bromance. You don't have to be gay to love me. You look like somebody I know. Well, you know me now, so I look like me. I'm German, Scottish, and a little bit of Indian. Nice, dude. Dude, I swear I subbed you last time and it unsubbed me. They do that all the time. What's the smallest gun you have? I've got a Colt Junior and 25 ACP. All right, kids, we're done for the night. I'm just saying thank you guys so much. You guys are amazing. Make sure to hit the like button on the way out. If you aren't subscribed, it helps me grow the channel. That's my #1 goal. Is I want to grow the channel. The more subs I get, the more interaction I get, the more you guys liking these videos. It shows Google that, hey, 2A is not a bad thing to have on the platform, and it promotes it, which also gets me some of Google's money. I don't want your money. If you donate, hey, whatever, but just give me a like. Don't give me any money, and then Google will be like, hey, this guy is really cool, so let's pay him. So come back for the next one Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern time. We go anywhere from 3 to 5 hours. When I'm not feeling good, I'm getting sick right now, I cut it at 3 hours. But who knows? Maybe we'll go longer on Monday. So, Roy, have a good night. Hans Gruber works for the FBI. 6 out of 10. Yeah, not my best outro. How much subs do you have to have the live stream? 50. Good night. Hope you feel better. Liz, thank you. William, no problem. Sia Diesel, thank you very much. Also notice I'm looking down more. I need to lower my phone a little bit. But you guys, I'm going to hit the X button on my phone here. And then I'm going to hit the OK. And hello, can you name a car for an edit? No,